again. So I felt really called to do this reading today, and it is going to be, what does Spirit want you to know? So I feel like Spirit must have some powerful messages for us to know, because I feel so called to do this reading. So let's get into it. Let's see what Spirit has to say, starting with pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. So I will show you up close as well. They're obviously all little cakes, kind of like cheesecakes with fruit on the top. So this one is number 1, and it is peach slices with cherries, and it looks like just almost like plain cheesecake with, I don't know, coconut or something, nuts crusted on the bottom. Okay, this one is number 2, and it is, I think, a plain cheesecake with also some little cookie crumbles on the bottom, some chocolate dripped on top, and some sugar dusted blueberries on top. Okay, so number 3, this one is a chocolate cheesecake, or just a chocolate cake, and it's got some crust on the bottom from, I don't know, chocolate, mashed up chocolate or something, and then we've got peaches, strawberries on the top. So lots of details with that. Okay, so that's number 3. And finally, number 4, and this one is, I think, again, a plain cheesecake with some little maybe white chocolate crushed up, and then we have chocolate drizzled on the top with some blueberry, raspberry on the top, and some whipped cream for decoration as well. So hopefully one is calling your name, you guys. Take as much time as you need to decide. If you have to rewind, pause, do whatever you need to do to decide. If you need to mute me, that's totally cool. But let's go ahead and jump into pile 1. Hey, pile 1. So if you guys picked this cheesecake with fruits on top, this is going to be your reading. You can, I don't know if you guys can see it in the light. It did get dark early, so I have to use my artificial light, but there's these beautiful glazes on the fruits, like a sugar glaze, and it just looks super realistic, super good. But anyway, let's get right into it, guys. So we got Justice, the Emperor, Strength, the World, 3 of Pentacles, and the Fool. So okay, you guys obviously have a really strong message coming through, because we got 5 major arcana. Only 1 was non-major arcana. So wow, there's a lot of power coming through this reading right away. So first of all, I feel like for a lot of you guys are going through something. It's almost like I feel like this is the final push before a big breakthrough moment for you guys, and we're getting Justice, we're getting Strength, and we're getting the World. And to me, I feel like this is saying kind of like, just keep going, keep pushing. There will be justice. I feel like for some of you guys, this is about a male who is being like overly controlling, or who is being like nasty and trying to boss you around or something like this. Could be a female as well, but this is someone with a strong masculine energy who is, you know, who is just bossy, controlling, trying to tell you what to do. And I feel like you guys are starting to step out of that. And I feel like there's something that you guys, this person may have done to you that may be stressing you guys out. And I feel like Spirit wants you to know that you will be okay, you will be vindicated, and things will be made just in the end. I feel like you guys will have your world moment where you guys get that final victory, that final achievement, that final, we did it, you know what I mean? But it's like, you just have to stay strong. And I feel like that's the message coming through right away for you guys. Also with the Fool, it could be that there are new starts coming in. Maybe some of you guys are nervous or worried because some of the things this person has done. Maybe they've sabotaged something. Maybe there's something that you guys were trying to get done or hoping on that now they've sabotaged, and you don't know how it's going to happen. And I feel like if that's the case, you should know that there will be a new beginning for you guys. There will be a change in this, and you guys won't have to be stuck or be punished by this situation. So like, don't get in your head, because I feel like this is almost what this person wants. They want to be cruel and mean to you. So let's get more cards. So we got Graveyard, unnecessary fear, skull of flowers, creating through the ashes, trick or treat, mischief and play, zombie, control, and vampire, emotional intelligence, and that's reversed. To me, that represents this emperor, someone who is not emotionally intelligent, someone who is highly immature, could be a narcissist, could be someone who is very controlling and has deep-seated self-esteem trauma issues that they never bothered to fix and work through, and they're taking that out on you. And if that's the case, then you definitely need to keep that in mind and don't take it on, because a lot of these people who have mental issues, they try to pin it on everyone else. They try to blame everyone else for why they're sad, upset, feeling crazy. It's because they don't want to take responsibility for their own life and their own pain, their own trauma, so they blame others. And I feel like someone may have tried to gaslight you or convince you guys that it was your fault, and what's coming through is that it's not for you. I'm hearing that it's not for you and it's not yours to carry. So it's like you guys need to kind of understand that like some of this stuff is coming to an end, and it may be a chaotic end because this person is chaotic and they cause a lot of mischief. It's almost like this person is a child at heart, but not in a positive way, in a very immature way. Like, you know, the violent kid that throws rocks at the cars passing by and laughs about it and doesn't realize that like the person they threw a car at or a rock at, you know, they can't afford to repair their car and they're going to their job that's a minimum wage job, and like it's a really big deal that actually they hit their car with a rock. It's not funny, you know? And it's like this person has no maturity, they have no empathy for others, and they don't realize that. And so I feel like they do stuff to you, they're trying to control you with zombie. And I feel like for you guys, this is about having recognition of that and stepping away from it and being like, okay, I'm not going to let this person bring me down. I'm not going to let them affect me. I'm going to stay strong and keep it moving into the future. And I feel like if you guys can do that, if you guys can have strength, this is a new start, a new beginning, creating through the ashes. So like welcoming in a change, welcoming in an ending, and not being afraid of that, you know, not running away from like, oh no, I don't feel comfortable with that. Like you guys need to be okay with like things ending. You guys need to be okay with some of this coming to an end, and know that not all endings happen peacefully. Not all deaths happen with like the family surrounding, you know, the table at the bed at the hospital and everyone holding hands and being really peaceful. Some deaths are violent or painful, and so this may be a difficult ending for you guys, but I feel like it's so positive in the end. So other cards we got: perseverance, trust, patience, and success. Ultimately, you guys will have success. I just love, these are so perfect, and I feel like this is exactly what it is. This is almost like a test for you guys to persevere and to trust the universe, to keep going, to keep putting one foot in front of the other and not letting the stress get to you. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's what this person wants. They want to stress you out. To a certain extent, you guys have to trust that the universe and your guides, your angels, your ancestors have your back. They are protecting you. They are working to help you guys get through this. So it's like you guys have to stay strong. You guys have to keep your head and your wits about you, because I feel like there's a lot of almost like depressed energy, sadness, fear, overwhelming emotions happening. And it's like, this is not the time to lose your wits. This is not the time to panic. This is not the time for you guys to just go crazy and start, you know, thinking it's the end of the world. You guys have to be very smart in controlling your thoughts and controlling your feelings and your emotions with this. You guys have got to not let this bring you down, not let this send you into a spiral. That's really crucial and key here, because I feel like if you guys can persevere and you guys can have some patience and trust, we are going to come to this success. And like, it's like another thing with trust, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. I feel like you guys know that you can listen to your inner voice and they will sound the alarm bells for you. So it's almost like you've got to chill. I know it's not the answer you might want, but just trust and relax right now, because it's like, this is not, I feel like there's something that's going to develop, and I feel like it's being hidden from me right now, but something is going to change. It's almost like you guys are in a period of uncertainty, and this is a test to see if you guys are going to trust or if you're going to panic and, you know, I don't know, like go back to a dysfunctional system. And I feel like Spirit just wants to make sure that you guys are trusting, that you guys are open, and that you're not going to go back to something you know is not for you. This is about persevering. It's about having strength. It's about calling on all your inner strength and just, you know, going. It's like this is like the last stage of the race, and you guys just need to gather some inner energy and just keep pushing. You know what I mean? And then I do feel like you guys will have a breakthrough sooner or later. So we also got peace. Archangel Azrael, release the past. There is a more exciting future coming. Let go and let God. Decision. Archangel Jophiel, release yourself from that which holds you back. A need to detox. Unnecessary worry based on lack of self-confidence. And leap of faith, Archangel Metatron, believe in yourself, listen to your heart, do what gives you joy. Page of Michael, truthful, perceptive, analytical, blunt, and an exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly. 5 of Ariel, you needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. So I feel like there is this strong emphasis on you guys getting control of your thoughts, keeping your thoughts in line. You guys can't give in to despair or feelings of like, oh my God, panic, depression or whatever. You have to elevate your energy. You have to keep yourselves in a high vibe place, because that's the only way this manifestation is going to happen well. It's really important. You guys might need to take salt cleansing baths or go out and walk in nature or something, but it's really important for you guys to keep your thoughts high vibe. Keep going, keep a smile on your face, and keep persevering. This is really crucial right now. I feel like if you guys can do that, we are going to have, again, a breakthrough. We are going to have success. I love this one. Release the past. There's a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. So be at peace. It's really important for you guys to not give into this, because I feel like if you do, you could be going back to a very dysfunctional situation. I feel like there is justice coming for you guys. There is a breakthrough. Everything is going to be okay. But I feel like you guys are super worried, super stressed, and it's almost like your mind is getting away from you. Your thoughts are starting to run the show. Negativity, depression, feelings of anxiety, I feel like are just overwhelming, and it's really important that you guys get a hold of it and stop them in their tracks, because it's this destiny that you guys have coming. It's almost like it's not assured. You guys could stall it or go back on it if you don't keep going and persevere and keep those thoughts positive. I do think your spiritual guides are working to prepare something for you, but it's almost like it's just a matter of time. It takes the right time for everything to be correct. And I feel like they're kind of scrambling around on the other side. I'm seeing people like rushing around, making preparations and stuff. And I feel like that's what they're doing to try to prepare this for you guys. And you just need to like have faith and like give them the time. You know what I mean? So let's get some more cards. So I am going to go with the tarot. So we got the King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, 2 of Wands. We got Death reversed. And we got Wise Counselor, aka the Hierophant. So I actually pulled also, when I asked to clarify this Fool, I had gotten Death, but it didn't fit, so I didn't put it down, but I'm going to put it there because I forgot we got Death reversed. I feel like for you guys, this is a big ending, but some of you guys are resisting it. Some of you guys are afraid. There may have been something really horrible that happened. Maybe you guys lost a job, or maybe you guys had a friendship falling out or something. But I'm feeling the message from Spirit is that I know you guys are feeling really at a loss. Like you guys are feeling kind of bereft and depressed, and I can feel that. Like this is a really sad, really heavy energy. But at the same time, know that you guys are going to be so much happier if you come out on the other end. I do think there is success coming with the Queen of Pentacles, which is such a huge success card. There's so many cards here that are telling you that success just lies right around the corner. It's almost like I'm hearing Just Around the River Bend by from the Disney movie Pocahontas, which I love that song, the whole soundtrack. But yeah, it's like Just Around the River Bend, and the whole purpose of the song is like, you know, there's so many exciting opportunities that could happen at any moment. And of course, in the movie, she sings that song right before she meets John Smith, and her life changes. And even though she's singing it, she doesn't know what's ahead of her. And it's like, I feel like there's things you guys don't even know about, and you guys couldn't even plan, that your guides are planning for you. But I'm getting the image, and I get this a lot when they don't want to reveal everything for some reason, is like, it's like a surprise party. Like, they don't want you to know. It's like they're blindfolding you right now. They don't want you to know fully what this is going to be. So it's like you guys need to have a little blind faith. I wish I could sing it like Taylor Swift does in False God. I love that part of the song, but she says blind faith like so prettily. And it's like you guys need that just blind faith. Just like, I am just going to keep trusting, because I do feel like you guys have a lot of success that wants to come in, but it's almost like you guys are stuck in your head. You're worrying. You keep going over and over it. I mean, it's good that you guys are trying to plan. It's good that you guys are thinking very strongly about everything, but also know that, you know, I feel like things are going to develop in the right timing, in divine timing. And it's almost like, I want you to be smart about it. I don't want you guys to just be like, okay, whatever, I'm just gonna totally just do whatever I want now. I'll just play video games all day. But it's like, don't, you know, there's certain things that I feel like are beyond your capabilities to figure out at this point. There's certain like algorithms going on at the other side that they are working to fix and change, that you wouldn't be able to plan for this stuff. So I do feel like you guys, it's like, I know it's stressful, but just like, just try to be calm about this. Just try and not to let your head get the better of you and run away, because I feel like you guys, it's really important that you kind of take control of your thoughts. The King of Swords is very in control of his thoughts and his words, and it's like, be careful what you guys are speaking out loud as well. Don't be saying stuff like, oh, I'm such an idiot, or like everything goes wrong for me or something, because like your thoughts become things, you know, the things you say out loud especially are very strong. So keep speaking words of like blessing over yourself. Keep saying like, I know this is going to succeed. I can't wait to find out what happens next. I'm going to be so successful. I know it. Oh my gosh, everything good happens to me. I swear I'm the luckiest person I know. Or I'm so lucky. Or like, wow, I just get blessed and blessed and blessed. Say stuff like that, because I feel like for you guys, what I'm getting is like negativity kind of running amok. Like, it's like right now you guys do have some genuine fears that are really real. Some of you guys, I think, are worrying about money and stuff. But it's like, I feel like some of you guys are really in despair about this. And I feel like it's like you just need to be positive. It's so important right now. It's so important that you guys don't let this run away from you, and don't let yourselves get stuck in the mud and start panicking, because that is like the worst thing that can happen. You know, you guys need to like stay strong about this. And I do feel like the feeling I'm getting is this is going to be worked out correctly in your favor. I really feel that way. I'm not getting a message of like, you need to do this right now, panic. Like it, you know, like it's, sometimes it is time to panic. Sometimes you do need to like scramble because your boat is about to head over like Niagara Falls, and you know, it's like, yeah, you need to be stressed out, but that's not the vibe I'm getting with you guys. I feel like right now the vibe is, it's okay. It may not seem like it's okay, but it's okay. You know, one of my favorite podcasts that I've ever listened to, like ever, was an episode of Snap Judgment, and I think it's called The Watcher in the Woods. So if anyone wants to watch or listen to that, you can find it on like YouTube and other places. But it's so good, The Watcher in the Woods, and it's like the second story, and it's this lady, and she talks about how she was going for a run one day out in the woods. She was stressed out. She got in a fight with her boyfriend, so she's stressed. She goes to the woods, sees two creepy guys out front. They're looking creepy, but she's like, whatever. She's stressed. She goes into the woods because she's thinking about her boyfriend, you know, and the fight they had. And suddenly she hears them like kind of like making weird noises in the woods, like they're kind of looking for something, like tramping through the woods. She's on her walk and she's like, it's just a weird noise. And then she hears them say like, she went in here somewhere, where is she? And then she's like, what are they talking about? And then she starts to feel like really scared, because obviously she figures out that they're searching for her, and they were trying to find her for God knows what reason. We can only guess. And anyway, I'm obviously not going to recount this whole podcast, and if you guys want to skip over it, you can. Like if you don't want a spoiler, if you want to go actually listen to the podcast, I would highly recommend it. I think it's like, this is like a 10 minute segment or something. It's short, but then she hears a voice in her ear, and it says out loud like, go to the river now. And it starts telling her what to do. And this is why I love this, because it's like, we all get these psychic visions, but it would be cool if someone just literally was like narrating our every move, right? And telling us exactly what to do. But one of the things that really struck out to me is they told her to go to the river. They told her to slow down, be quiet on her way, because she was making a lot of noise. Then they told her to hide in the riverbank, so she did. And then the voice in her ear just kept saying, wait, wait, wait. And I hear that a lot in my mind when I'm trying to rush something and spirit is like, no, hold on. Like, don't, sometimes it's like you need to be patient for like a good thing. Sometimes you need to be patient because it's like, this is like, things are still being worked out. I'm sure she said in the podcast, she was like, all I wanted to do was like run to my car. But I forced myself to wait because at this, she was kind of funny. And she was like, at this point, I thought I was going crazy because I'm hearing voices in my head and what could be worse? Like, I'm already going nuts, so I might as well listen. But so she waited under the riverbank. And then she said at a certain point, the voice went away. And she didn't hear anything. And then she started hearing the footsteps up ahead, and the guy was like up ahead looking over at the riverbank. She was hidden in this little like tiny little area. And then he dropped, and then she could see this dirty rope that he like, I don't know, was trailing around that I guess he probably would have tied her up with. And she saw that, she could see the edge of that and his dirty boots. And then she kind of tucked herself back down. And then the guy went away, and then the voice came back after a little while and started saying, wait again, wait. And she's like, I don't want to wait. I want to leave. I want to run. But it wouldn't tell her. It kept saying, wait, really strongly. And then finally she heard, go, run now to the field. So loud, and this voice was like screaming at her to run through the field. So she was running, and then even at one point it started screaming even louder, like run as fast as you can. And then she made it to her car. It's such a cool story. If you guys want to listen to it, I literally love that. To me, that is like one of my favorite podcasts ever. And that's what's coming to mind. I didn't mean to tell the whole story, but you kind of need to like know it all for the impact. But my point is like, there's a point when you're hearing that wait from spirit or like chill, and you don't want to listen. Like every instinct in you is screaming like, no, go to the car, get away from this situation. I don't want to be hiding underneath a riverbank with some creepy dude with a rope and his boots, like looking for me up there. Like, heck no. Obviously you want to go to your car, but the point is that the best situation is sometimes to wait, to chill, to take it easy. You know what I mean? You don't know what's going on. Sometimes we don't get to see the full vision. Who knows what those dudes were doing or where they were? Obviously, I feel like her spirit guides were waiting until those guys were maybe back in the woods or further away. And that's when they told her to run. And then they were telling her, run faster. So it was like, maybe they came further out into the edge of the woods and they could see her running and they started going after her. She never wanted to look back to know. I would have been looking back for sure because I'm curious. But like when she was driving off, she didn't want to turn around and see anything. But I would have been looking, but like she was like, I was already kind of traumatized. I didn't want to see anything else. But the point is that obviously like the timing had to be right. And there's a lot of things sometimes that we don't know. We have an idea of timing or what we want in our head. We have an idea of like, it needs to happen this way. It needs to happen now. And I'm getting for you guys, a lot of you guys do have anxiety. And some of that is genuinely real because there may be a situation that is really bad going on, but I feel like your spirit guides are working on it. I feel like your spirit guides are trying to fix this. And it's almost like you guys need to hold your horses. You need to put on the brakes a little bit because this situation is being worked out, but it's not something that you want to rush because it could go either way kind of a thing. You don't want to jank it up. You definitely don't want to be that chick that runs out of the riverbank too early God forbid, like knock wood. None of us, that's such a scary situation, but it's like you definitely want to wait because sometimes the timing of your guides, they're doing that ish on purpose. They're not just like, you know what, we can do it right now, but let's just make her wait for like laughs. You know what I mean? They're not just stalling. They're doing it on purpose because it's taking them time to work this ish out. So I feel like you guys need to just know that and chill. That's what I keep getting is like chill, wait. So yeah. So we also got the Sun, King of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and justice. So I feel like there is going to be a positive outcome for you guys. I feel like there are going to be breakthroughs that come through for you guys, but I feel like you got to keep it pushing and you got to get control of your thoughts. For some of you guys, this is filling out documents, forms, I don't know, applications, maybe job applications, something like that. And it's like getting that stuff on point. For some of you guys, it's like there's stuff regarding that kind of like documentation that needs to be taken care of. But I do feel like you guys do have justice, abundance, financial help coming in with the King of Pentacles and the Sun, success coming in, and a big thing coming in is karma. So there is going to be such strong karma for whoever did this to you. There is going to be such strong karma. I can't believe we got 2 justice cards coming out. I think I kind of, I shuffle, I lay them all out, and then I have to like put them back, and sometimes I mess up the card pile, but I think justice came out first. Most of the time I'm good, but I'm pretty sure in this instance justice came out the first. So justice coming out at the top on both times shows me that there is huge karmic situations happening here, and Spirit is watching over it. Spirit sees it. And sometimes it's like, I think pretty much Spirit doesn't land the first punch. Spirit always, does the counter punch. Spirit always does the punch after. Someone has to punch you first and then Spirit responds. So sometimes it may feel like, I'm just getting beat up, but that's just because that's how Spirit works. Spirit isn't going to be the one to, land the first punch, but Spirit will make it really, really painful when they punch back. So just know that that is being lined up for you guys. And I do feel like this person has really malevolent intentions because, that's podcast story was scary, and like those people were obviously up to really no good. So I feel like these people are really up to no good for you guys. I feel like they're really trying to do bad stuff. So it's like, you definitely don't want to stay stuck in this. You definitely do not want to stay mired in this type of energy for the rest of your life. Oh my God, no. So also we got new moon, promise, mountain, strength, river, movement. So 2 strength cards, or is it 3? I feel like it's 3. I don't want to like reshuffle, but I feel like we got it 3 times. But the point is, you guys need to be super strong. This is so obvious. Like it's like, I know it stinks. I know it's hard. I wish I could give all of you guys like a big hug and just, I wish I could, because I can feel how difficult this is. I can feel the pain, but it's like, you just gotta be strong. You just gotta be strong. Think of this as like the time when you're like Arnold Schwarzenegger and you're stacking on those like 400, like back in the 70s or whenever, stacking on those 400-pound weights in like Venice Beach, and you're stacking on those weights because you're about to build so much strength. You're using all your strength for this, but you're getting so much stronger. You guys at this point, after all you guys have been through, you are going to come out spiritually looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger, jacked up in like the 70s, because you guys have been really tested, I can tell. And I know it's hard. I don't mean to like laugh at you guys. I'm laughing with you guys because that's how I respond to like hardship and stuff, as I try to make light of it. But I know you guys have been through it. But know that you guys are going to have a breakthrough. Things are going to get better. Things are going to improve. But it's just that right now you're in it. You're right in it. This is, like I said, you guys are in like the Muscle Beach in Venice Beach, and you guys are, pushing that weight, and it's hard, and you're sweating, and you just want to give up. But this is like the final round, before the bodybuilding competition, and y'all are going to win first prize or something to finish this metaphor. But yeah, it's like you guys are having this breakthrough moment, and you guys are going to come out of this so strong. I feel like with new moon, promise, river, movement, and these were cards I actually pulled to clarify the Fool, because I was a little confused, to be honest. And I was like, clarify the Fool, and they brought out these, which is so obvious to me. So this is such a positive thing, because the Fool actually came out reversed, but I always read this deck upright, always. But I was like, I don't know, is it supposed to be reversed? Because I could feel all the pain you guys were going through. And so they clarified with these, which says to me that this is 100% about you guys having new things come in, about you guys having this promise, going forward momentum. And I totally forgot that I had pulled the river card, and I'm giving you guys that metaphor about the river and about that lady hiding in the riverbank, which is so crazy. Like, honestly, it's kind of tripping me out. Like, just another confirmation. I'd forgotten totally, because like obviously I don't remember all the cards I pulled, but So it's like, yeah, I feel like it's like you guys are on that riverbank, but there is going to be this forward momentum and you just need to chill right now. Your guides, I feel, are working so hard. I feel like if you guys are disappointed or teed off about what's been done to you, I have to use these like 7th grade slang terms like teed off because it's like for YouTube, reasons. I can't say the actual, but you know what the word is. I know you guys are really annoyed by this situation, but I feel like your spiritual team is even more annoyed. They see the injustice being done to you. They see how messed up it is. I'm trying not to curse because I literally want to curse out this person and it's just so unjust. I feel it. And that's why we got the justice card twice. They see what's being done. They see how unjust it is. They see how unfair it is. And they are going to take steps to fix this. So I know you guys are going through it. Again, I wish I could give you guys a hug. I know you guys have been through so much pain, but it's like you got to keep it trucking. You got to keep it moving. So we also got perfect storm, the courage to step into life, skywriting, the fate. So know that a lot of this is fated. A lot of this was written in the stars or is being written in the stars. It's being changed. It's being shifted right now to bring you guys into a better situation, to bring you guys into your strength and to bring you guys into your glory period. We did get the sun. We got the world card. These are cards of victory, success, achievement, fulfillment, actually ticking off that final victory moment that you want so bad. So that is coming in for you guys. But this is all faded. This is all like, I feel like you guys are in some kind of a big culmination moment that almost has lasted all your life for some of you. This is a big moment of stepping forward. This is a big moment of pushing away so much negativity that you guys have been stuck in. So I know it's painful. I can tell, I can feel the energy. It is so intense. I know it's painful for you guys, but keep going. Just stay strong. Seriously, I feel like this is, I sometimes during these readings, I give people specific advice. Do this, go there. But all I feel like for you guys right now is you've got to stay strong. You've got to keep yourselves mentally strong. You've got to keep yourselves emotionally strong. Stay positive. Maybe this is about working out at the gym or, doing something to get endorphins flowing or something positive, because I just think being positive, getting through this moment is going to be so crucial. Even if you're not positive, you just got to get through this moment, right? Even if you are coping in an unhealthy way, like all that matters is you get through it. That's all that matters. I don't think you guys should obviously cope in an unhealthy way or do anything super risky, but it's like, I just want you guys to get through this moment because I feel like you guys are going to have a breakthrough, and stay as positive as you can in the meantime, because I feel like that's just going to be a lot easier to get through than being negative, like, to be honest. And I feel like people are trying to bring you into a negative headspace, and you guys have such a beautiful destiny ahead of you, and your guides and your team just wants you to be positive. They want you to keep your head, your wits about you. So final cards we got manifestation and freedom. I feel like this is such a confirmation. You guys are coming into freedom. This cage is about to be opened and you guys are going to be set free finally. For so long, you guys have been trapped within this, and it's about to bust open and you guys are about to fly right out. And a lot of you guys have been trying to manifest something, and this is that manifestation coming through. This is that final breakthrough that you guys have wanted and have been working for so long, and it's about to happen. So it's like, don't ruin it now. It's almost like that. What's coming to mind is it's always darkest before dawn. And it's like, yeah, you guys are in that moment where it's like, 5:01 a.m. or something, when the sky is completely black and there's not a sliver of light in the sky. I mean, it could be summer for you now watching this. This is a timeless reading, and maybe it would be like 4 or something. But that period right before the sun comes out, when it really is so dark, the sky is like ink black and you can't see a single thing ahead of you. You guys are in that moment right now. And that's how you know the sun's right about to pop out. So it's like, I know it's hard. I know it's painful, but I know you guys have the strength to get through it. And I know this is going to be such a special victory, such a special moment. And you guys just have to persevere, and you guys will get there. But it's just a moment of waiting right now. It's just a moment of like, just chill. Think of that story. Maybe you guys should go listen to it. Like I said, it's called Snap Judgment and Watcher in the Woods, and you can Google it and find it on YouTube or other places. It is from the Snap Judgment podcast. You could go there to listen to it, but it's Snap Judgment, Watcher in the Woods. If you want to listen to what I'm thinking of, and I'm literally thinking of that scene when she's in the riverbank and they keep saying, just wait. It's like, that's what your guides want you to know, is like, just wait. We're doing stuff. Just chill. We're doing stuff. So I think like it's like they don't want me to reveal anything either. They're not telling me specifically what this is. They're just saying like, hold on, just don't do anything drastic. Just chill. You know what I mean? Because they're doing stuff on the other side. So know that they are protecting you and they are watching out for you guys. So I really hope that helped you guys. Please leave a comment if it resonated. Leave a like if it resonated. Check out my Patreon if you guys want to watch that. My latest video is what was your past love life like in a different lifetime? And yeah, also subscribe. Make sure to turn on notifications. And I'll be back soon for another reading. I love you guys so much. Stay strong, you guys. You can get through this. I know it. Okay, bye. Hey pile 2, so if you guys picked this blueberry cake, this is going to be your reading. They did a lot of detail on the blueberries. It looks super realistic and super good. I wouldn't usually pair blueberries with chocolate, but that's just me. But I mean, I'm sure it's really tasty. But let's get into your reading, guys. We got Knight of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Seven of Swords, Temperance, and Page of Swords. So I feel like a message from Spirit that Spirit wants you to know is kind of like Spirit wants you to be happy. And by that I mean, I feel like Spirit wants you to do things that make yourselves happy. I feel like some of you guys have been really stressed out lately, really running yourselves ragged and just being super busy, super stressed. And I feel like Spirit wants you guys to kind of take it easy a little bit. Maybe enjoy some of your favorite art or do something to make yourselves feel sweet and nurtured and, you know, pampered. It could be like self-care or something like that. But I feel like they want you to put yourselves in a very happy state. They want you guys to feel like you're in a vibe of, you know, even romance or something. Like maybe you guys like to watch romantic films or read romantic books or things online. I feel like Spirit wants you guys to put yourselves in that mindset and to just spend some time like taking care of yourselves, because I feel like you guys have been way too stressed lately. Another message that might be coming through for some of you guys is that I feel like for some of you, there is someone from your past who may want to come in romantically. It could be someone that is like an ex or an ex-twin flame that I feel like it has been thinking of you a lot lately and does want to reach out. I'm not sure if they will or not, but I am getting that like it's almost like a situation where they never intended to fully leave you. They always thought you guys would get back together, and they may be thinking about approaching you at this time. I know a lot of people tend to like send their exes, reach out to their exes and stuff during the holidays for some reason, is what I've heard. And so I feel like maybe some of you guys, someone might be thinking of sending you guys some kind of a message like that, like a text or a phone call or an email or something, or a DM, but they want, or they have been thinking about reaching out to you. I'm getting that some of these people, like, they never really thought that you were not going to be in contact with them, and like they never intended for you guys to be permanently separated. They always did intend for you guys to get back together, and now it's like that they have this desire, you've been on their mind, and I feel like they may be kind of poking around your social media or paying a lot of attention. Some of them are going through old photos of you and stuff, thinking about you a lot and wanting to reach out. So that's a message for, like, I think not everyone in this group, but for some of you guys. So if it resonates, take it on. If it doesn't, then don't. But for some of you guys who are like, I know this person and I know that they're, you know, that they were thinking of me or something, then like that message is definitely for you guys. For others, like I said, I feel like either way, you guys should be in a, like, I feel like the universe is almost wanting to like really love on you guys right now. Like, it's like this is a time of romance almost. So like if you're not talking to someone or you're not getting that romance in your life, maybe you guys could read a romance novel, watch a romance film. You know, it is the holidays, so you could watch like Love Actually, or if you have a favorite holiday romantic film, maybe you could watch that, or any romance. But I just feel like the vibe for you guys is kind of like, maybe you guys don't all live in snowy climates, but it's like cozy holiday vibe, curled up in bed, you know, getting cozy and watching your favorite film or reading your favorite book kind of vibe. Which, you know what, as far as these messages go, I would say this is a pretty good one to get. I was like, oh, a nice reading for once, a nice, like, happy reading instead of the usual like panicked messages that I get during these readings. So we love to see it. Good for you guys. And I do feel like, you know, with the Queen of Pentacles, it's like they want you guys to kind of pamper yourself. Like Spirit is kind of like saying like, you guys deserve it. Maybe it's time to pull that spiritual bath, pull yourself a bath and, you know, stack it with bubbles and herbs and oils and make it a really special bath. You know, I am a big fan of the cleansing baths where you dump in the sea salt, or excuse me, Epsom salts, and you say Psalm 23 over it 3 times, and you cleanse your aura, you cleanse any energies you might have accumulated. Those are so incredibly amazing. And I feel like for some of you guys, it might be doing something like that, or just pampering yourselves. Maybe it's even going shopping, buying something that makes you feel good. Of course, depending on your financial situation, you know, you might not be able to go on a shopping spree at like a super high-end store, but I feel like if that's in your financial possibility, Spirit is sending this message that they want you guys to like take care of yourselves, look after yourselves, and treat yourselves with kindness and niceness. So maybe it's like, I'm not saying do things unhealthy too, because, you know, we all want to keep our bodies healthy and that's a form of self-care, but maybe it's something where you have a, you know, you're going to bake some holiday cookies, or you're going to make your favorite food. And of course, this is a timeless reading. So if you're watching this in the middle of summer and you're like, why does she keep mentioning holidays, Christmas? Then don't worry, it's totally timeless. So you can make yourself like, I don't know, summer cookies or something. But I feel like this is about you guys pampering yourselves. This is about you guys, you know, really taking that time for yourselves to treat yourselves with love. I feel like this is a time almost of rest for you guys. Like, I feel like some of you guys, it's like, you know, life goes through cycles. That's the point of the Wheel of Fortune card in tarot, is that we all go through cyclical periods where things are really up, things are really down, things are really busy, things are really quiet. And it's funny, in each of those cycles, sometimes you'll be like, nothing's going on, I'm so bored. And then you're really busy and you're like, I just want a break. And it's like, you know, I feel like this is your time of like pause. It's kind of like, take a break, relax. Sometimes we get bored during those periods, or we want to push things really fast. Like, well, why isn't this happening? Why isn't that happening? But it's like, enjoy this time. You guys will look back on this time and be like, that was such a great period. So much of the time we get caught up in uncertainty about the future. I was just thinking about a time like last summer. Y'all know, if you watch my videos regularly, that I kind of like had that crazy period where I got really sick. Then I had to move. It was so crazy. I was so exhausted. It was like everything in my life went haywire in a period of like 2 months. Like I don't even know what happened. Like, it was such bizarre timing, and everything just popped off. Like, it was like, and what I was thinking about was like, the summer before that, it was so peaceful and it was so chill and so relaxed. And I remember during that period, I was really kind of bored, and I would like go for these like long walks and chill and be like, why can't, and one of my best friends, like we were supposed to kind of be doing stuff, but she was like busy, and so something came up for her, and so we couldn't hang out. And I remember I was annoyed with that, and I was just bored, you know what I mean? And I look back now and I'm like, that was such a nice time, especially because I've been so busy since then. And I didn't know that my life was about to get like a million miles an hour during that seriously crazy several months, because it wasn't even just that 2 months. I told you guys about that, but there was other stuff going on before that. And it, like I said, life is funny how that works. Like, when it rains, it pours. And, you know, you're like, could you have spaced this out towards all the other times when I was just bored and I was just chilling? But that's the thing. I look back now and I'm like, wow, that was such a great time. And I was so relaxed, and I was really able to do a lot of stuff with my health. And that's the vibe I'm getting for you guys. Like, chillness, like relaxation, Like you guys being able to, like I just keep getting, pampering yourselves, doing things that make you feel good. So if you guys want to take up a sport, or you guys want to eat a delicious food, or you guys want to like read a book, or even for some of you guys, this might be doing creative projects like writing or painting or singing, making music or something like that. I feel like you guys are going to have the creative juices flowing. I feel like this is very watery energy. So we got the creative stuff happening. And again, for some of you guys, this may be someone from your past coming back, because I feel like your energy is open and receptive at this time because you're not super busy. You're not like energetically booked up. So maybe your person is able to like touch base with your energy more now. But either way, I just think this is going to be a really nice chill period for you guys, and like enjoy it. Take advantage of it. Don't be thinking the whole time like, oh, this is so boring. So we also got Skull of Darkness, blind spots. It sounds like such an ominous card, but it's a Halloween deck, so that's why everything is kind of dark, so don't be scared. So ancestors, the love and legacy of our DNA. Hearth, happiness in our hearts and homes. Werewolf, exploring wildness, and Skull of Light, illumination. So like I said, this is kind of a dark deck, so don't think like these are all ominous cards, because they're all kind of like this. But I do feel like Hearth, happiness in our hearts and homes, like some of this is you guys like really enjoying your time at home, spending a lot of time at home, chilling, spending time in bed. This is like Cancer Taurus energy, you know what I mean? This is like you guys baking and like making cookies that make the whole house smell good, or lighting a candle, your favorite candle scent, and you know, getting all cozy and warm and cuddling up in front of a blanket and watching TV. I feel like if some of you guys feel like, oh, I shouldn't do that, or I'm supposed to be busy, or I need to be doing this instead, it's like really enjoy this period. I feel like it's almost like this is a really nice pause in your life, and y'all are going to look back on this period and be like, oh, that was so nice, I'm so glad I had that time, or like, wow, that was such a great winter, I can't believe I didn't appreciate it more, or I can't believe I was annoyed at that time. Because it's funny, I just, not to like go on and on about my summer, but I was thinking the other day, like, I remember that time, and I remember my walks I would go on, which I love the summertime walks because like they're so pretty at that area. And I just was like, instead of like really appreciating it, I was very focused on like the things I wanted to have happening in my life, and on, you know, like that I was supposed to be meeting up with my friend, but then she had a lot of stuff going on and couldn't meet me as much, like my BFF. And I was like, oh, this is just frustrating. Like I just felt like I just really didn't have the kind of stuff I wanted to have going on, and I didn't appreciate it. And now I look back like, oh my God, that was such a nice period, you know? I had such a chill life. I really didn't have many worries. And honestly, not to like be a downer or something, but I have a few more worries now, and I'm just like, that was a nice little era. So I feel like sometimes we can get bored. We can feel like nothing's changing, or we want this to be happening. Why isn't it happening? But it's like, appreciate and enjoy this pause. Appreciate and enjoy and pamper yourselves. Like if you guys are getting stressed out, I feel like your guides want you to be in a stress-free vibe. They want you to be a little bit chilled. They want you to be a little blissed out. So do whatever it takes to get into that. For some of you guys, I might even be like having a glass of wine. Obviously, you don't want to overdo anything, and you don't want to drink irresponsibly or something. But if you're of age and everything, then maybe, you know, pouring yourself your favorite drink. Or I used to love, I don't really do it anymore because I haven't been drinking a lot lately, for like other reasons, just because of, you know, the stress. And I don't know, I think like my body doesn't digest alcohol as well lately, or just as I get more psychic, I become more sensitive. But anyway, I used to really love making like special holiday drinks. So like making like rum with, you know, eggnog mixed in, and like making the eggnog from scratch, or, you know, making like a cranberry rum drink, or cranberry bourbon, and I'd make like the cranberry juice from scratch, you know, and it was so good, and it was so fun, you know, and like festive to like make the little, like with a sprig of rosemary and stuff, you know what I mean? So maybe it's something like that. But I just feel like you guys should be pampering yourselves, enjoying, having a lot of fun. like making yourselves feel like, it's not to say that you feel love through like alcohol or stuff, but it's like, I feel like, you know, treat yourself with a little extra luxury, a little extra TLC love and care Taurus vibes this month. So another thing is, I feel like for you guys, like your ancestors are with you, your guides are with you, and part of this might be with those of you guys who had this ex coming back, that you might, you know, some of you guys might be closed off to this person. You might be like, I'm not really into it. I don't know if I want to talk to this person when they come back in. And, you know, I feel like that's totally fine if that's the answer. But I feel like this person that's coming in, they want you to explore your wild side with them. They really have been thinking about you a lot. They really want you to kind of like, I don't know, they're thinking of you in a very romantic way, we'll say that. And they want you to they want to see you go wild, you know what I mean? They think about you a lot in that sense of like seeing you like not just buttoned up and stuff, but like very like letting loose. And so, I don't know, I feel like this person, for those of you guys who do have this kind of an ex situation, this person is thinking a lot about coming in. They are thinking a lot about like stepping forward and coming into the light and actually making their intentions known. I don't know if they'll actually have the bravery for that. I feel like some of you guys, it's almost like it's been so long with this person that you kind of have a blind spot. You're not even thinking of them. Like you're like, him? Oh, please, they'll never come through. You know what I mean? Like you were waiting for that text or that call, and you're kind of like, it's not going to happen. And honestly, it might not, because I feel like this person hasn't decided yet, but I do feel like their energy is connected to yours because they are thinking about you a lot. They do have you on their mind. They are thinking and going through old pics. I'm getting a lot of that. And I feel like, again, they still have the intention to step towards you. Whether they actually get the bravery to do that or not, I'm not sure. Because with the Page of Swords, I feel like they have that intention. I always read these cards as upright, but I don't know, like I feel like they're kind of back and forth about it. They don't necessarily want to fully put themselves out there. So you might get that text, you might not. But some of them are going to chicken out, but they're definitely thinking about it. So other cards we got: imagination, judgment reversed, self-esteem reversed, pride, and happiness. So like, yeah, Spirit just wants you guys to be really happy during this period and almost like not judging the situation. Cause like, I don't mean to sound obsessive like a broken record, but just talking about the summer, like I just kept thinking about like, I was judging it. Like, oh, it's supposed to look like this. I was supposed to be doing this. I was supposed to have this, like this was supposed to happen. And instead of living in the moment and actually appreciating how beautiful everything was that was happening at that time. And so I feel like for you guys, it's like, don't judge this situation. Don't be coming into it and trying to count like where you're supposed to be or what you thought was going to happen, or well this means this. It's like to kind of take that judgment off and just let the magic happen. Just experience things as they come. Because, you know, I'm also getting like, you know, this is life. Like, it's like we want to be alive and present for all of life, you know, because we're all so lucky to even be on this planet, on planet Earth. You know, there's lots of people on the other side that would love to be manifesting on this earth. I know it's hard to believe sometimes with some of the BS we have to put up with, and it's like, you must be joking. But, you know, there's a lot of people lined up on the other side that would love to be manifested on this earth at this moment in this very special time in history. So it's like, enjoy it, you know, enjoy. If you guys live, I'm so jealous of the people that are living in a place with like super strong seasons. Like, go out in the snow, like, you know, have like bundle up in the warmth and see the winter landscape, you know what I mean? Or if you live in a really warm place, go out and bake in the sun, you know? Or if you live in an area in the southern hemisphere where Christmas and the holidays means warmth, then, you know, celebrate in that way. That's totally new to me, because I can't imagine like associating Christmas with like, you know, the middle of summer. But it's like, I'm sure that's the same, that's the memories or whatever. So whatever you guys need to do to like really embrace this time and this moment, I feel like that's what your guides want you to do. And part of this is using your imagination. I feel like some of you guys have had a book, a story, a painting, something with your imagination, something creative that you guys have been like having percolate around in your head, and you guys haven't acted on it. And I feel like Spirit wants you guys to do that. And for those of you guys who are like, I don't have any ideas or something, then maybe, you know, take that time to find a really good book, or find a story that you'll like, find a TV show, find a movie. And like, you know, I feel like there's something about creativity that right now you guys are supposed to be kind of letting your mind run wild, letting your imagination run wild. This is such, I just keep saying it, but it's such a Venus Taurus vibe, because Taurus is all about being at home, snacking, eating good food, pile up in the sheets, luxury. And also, you know, Venus rules, or relates to, doesn't rule, but it relates to like imagination and love, romance, and romance novels or romance movies. But I feel like there's something about you guys getting in that vibe that your guides really want for you at this time. And most of all, they want you to be happy. Some of you guys may be struggling with low self-esteem, or not really feeling your best, and it's like your guides want you guys to feel prideful about yourself, not in a bad way, but to be happy with yourself. Some of you guys may have bad body image as well, or maybe this holiday season is triggering to you guys of like, oh, I can't eat those holiday cookies because I have this 10 pounds I have to lose or something. And I'm getting the message from your guides that they don't want you guys to going through life like freaking out over tiny things like that. Of course, if someone has a genuine health issue related to them needing to lose weight, then absolutely, like, I would never tell anyone, you know, that they can't make themselves healthier or something. But, you know, maybe there's a healthy way for you guys to eat a treat that you really enjoy, you know. Maybe there's a way for you guys to add some fruit to it, or, you know, make Christmas cookies, but they have less sugar, or they're gluten-free. I'm gluten-free, so I know all these little gluten-free recipe tricks to make, and they're not that hard to make, but you know what I mean? Like, but I feel like your guides want you guys to enjoy, to actually live and be present in the moment. And that's coming through really strong. They just want you guys to not deprive yourselves, because I feel like some of you guys honestly beat yourselves up. Like, I'm seeing someone standing on the scale and being like disappointed. And I feel like your guides want you guys to stop doing that. And actually, you might work on doing self-love to your body. And actually what I'm getting is, for some of you guys, the fact that you guys have a negative thought loop in your head about your body might make it hard for you guys to lose weight. It might pack on weight because, you know, you're giving this negativity to your body, or you're looking in the mirror and saying like, I hate how I look so bad, I look so XYZ. And it's like, that's manifesting in your actual body, and your body feels unsafe, and so it's holding on to things. And, you know, if you guys were able to release and be like, I love my body as I am, I'm beautiful, and genuinely believe that you look good, then, you know, that would happen. And maybe some of those issues that your body's holding on to for safety, it would actually feel safe. Your body would feel safe in itself and not need to hold on to that. So, you know, enjoy yourselves. If you guys need to eat that little, you know, Christmas treat, or, you know, have a little wine and cheese night, then I think that's definitely what you guys should do. So other cards we got: Four of Ariel. When you give, you also receive. Being resistant to change, extremes in how you save or spend money. Page of Raphael. A new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations. Great intuitive insights, perspective, Archangel Chamuel. These are the two angels of love, which is interesting. There's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. Four of Michael. Insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for more sleep or time off. Seek relief from stress. In the Wheel, Archangel Jeremiah. New beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. And last two cards: New beginnings, Archangel Jeremiah. Starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. And Eight of Gabriel, a great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. So I feel like this communication from an ex is really coming up a lot in these cards. I really feel like there's people from your ex, and possibly one person in particular, that really, really, really wants to reach out to you. And I'm feeling for a lot of you guys, this is someone you gave up from even hearing about. Like, you guys were just like, I'll never hear from them. I'm just going to move on. I'm not going to think about them. Like, it is what it is. And, you know, we went our separate ways, and that's it. And that's how it's always going to be. And I feel like it's like Spirit's like, oh, you thought. It's not how it's always going to be. And this person has had you, whether they actually step forward or not, they definitely have the intention to approach you, and you have been in their mind, like swimming around in their mind for a long time. They are thinking about you a lot. They definitely want to step forward and reach out to you. So whether they will, I don't know, but for sure that intention and that desire is there. They definitely are. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like they're going through old photos. I definitely feel like they're going through old memories of you. They definitely have this real desire to reach out and to just step forward. So I don't know if they're actually going to be brave enough to do that, but I definitely feel like that's how things are shaping up. And some of you guys are going to get a message or hear from this person, and it would be happening, I feel like, relatively soon. I feel like for a lot of you guys, this would be a big romance, a soulmate, someone that meant a great deal to you guys. And it's like that connection, while it may not be as strong as it once was, and you may not have heard from them actually, it's still, still in their hearts just as strong as it ever was. So they are thinking about you a lot. It's almost like Spirit wants you to take some quiet time, They want you to, like I said, sleep, chill, relax. And sometimes that's where, when I keep getting this urge to tell you guys to do creative work, that actually, I think, activates the same part of your brain as meditation and doing psychic work. So it's like, I do a little bit of both, and it really is the same part of your brain. So sometimes you might be, writing a story or painting or making music or whatever you like to do, and you would get an insight about a psychic situation. So that can be really productive. If you're confused about a situation, sometimes you could sit down and draw, or sit down and write something, or whatever, or listen to music, or, watch a movie or something, and you might get some insight about whatever it is you guys want to know. And I feel like your guides kind of want to talk to you, but I feel like this is just a very happy period for you guys, this is, I think this is a nice little pause for you guys. So we also got 6 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, the Fool, the Hanged Man, oh my gosh, and then Queen of Earth. And so Queen of Pentacles. And so I feel like for you guys, there is this super strong emphasis on like luxury and on you guys pampering yourselves. Also, like I said, some of you guys may actually go out and have some drinks with friends, or might, imbibe in a little wine or a little drinks at home, or however or wherever you guys like to drink. I feel like this is going to be a really fun, like it's almost like Spirit is calling on you to do what makes you happy, do what makes you de-stress. Spirit doesn't want you holding on to this stress. Spirit doesn't want you to be like nervous at this time. I feel like this is the time for you guys to relax. 6 of Cups is all about kind of that childhood innocence. And so I feel like Spirit wants you to get in that easy vibe that like kids have when, the summer is stretched out in front of them and they're just like laying in the grass playing. It's like, do things that really make you guys happy. Do things that really you guys enjoy. Whatever that is for you, you should do that. And definitely 3 of Cups can talk about going out with friends, or just drinking at home alone or something. And I'm not saying you guys should overdo it with that, obviously. But, if there's something that you guys, like I feel like you guys should be celebrating this holiday season and just really doing things to pamper, to enjoy. You are going to have to like keep working and stuff, but I do feel like there is abundance also for you guys. There's this luxurious vibe I'm picking up on. Like, I'm just feeling like if you guys want to buy a gift for yourselves, or you guys, have your eye on something that's a little pricey, it's like treat yourself, because I think you guys definitely deserve it. Of course, if your financial situation is, a little rough, then, you might have to adjust accordingly. But I really feel like this is just like a positive vibe period for you guys. Another thing is that with the Hanged Man, you guys may be reassessing this romantic ex. It may be something that you never saw coming. It may be something where you're like, I never really expected this person to come back. Like I never really thought they were. You might not even have thought you wanted to hear from them, but when they do reach out, I feel like you guys, it might be like, I was totally closed off to talking to you, but actually I'm down. So I also, the Hanged Man can talk about just like taking a pause in your life, and I feel like that's kind of the energy here. It's like you guys are not going full throttle right now, and that's okay. Enjoy this little break. So we got Cave Sanctuary, Dragonfly Emergence, and Winter Solstice Reflection. So it's interesting that we got the Winter Solstice card, because that card is all about taking a pause and a break, and that's what you guys are supposed to be doing. And the Winter Solstice is literally coming up in a couple weeks. Of course, this is a timeless reading, but I mean, you couldn't pick a more perfect time for you guys to take that break. That's also why like bears and animals hibernate during this time, is because it really is intuitive at this time when it gets dark so early to kind of curl up inside, not to be running around out in the world. So like this is really the perfect era for you guys to be taking this little pause, relaxing, taking your reflection. And I feel like you guys are going to get intuitive insights and visions from spirit during this time period. You might meditate a little. You guys might pull some tarot cards for yourself or watch more tarot videos. But I feel like you guys are going to have this opportunity to relax, to pamper yourself, to curl up with blankets. Cave Sanctuary can really talk about spending time at home and in our own little space. So I feel like for you guys, it's almost like creating this little nest for yourselves and, you know, spending that time alone. And then I feel like when you come out of it and you're ready to emerge into the world, you'll feel so much more refreshed and relaxed and ready to go. But I feel like Spirit wants you to just really enjoy this time. Okay, so I think these are the final cards. We got inspiration, career, and financial health. So I feel like things are going well for you career-wise. I feel like you guys are in a good financial place, a lot of you guys. If you're not, I would say don't stress too much about it, because I do think your career and your financial situation is going to go well. So I'm not getting any like alarm bells from Spirit in my head about your finances. So I feel like for most of you guys, you've gotten a lot of positive financial cards, which means to say some of you guys might be stressing about it. Like, well, actually I was supposed to get this promotion, or this was supposed to happen, or whatever. But it's like, I feel like things are really on the right track for you guys. So don't worry and take this time to enjoy. I think looking back at this summer, one of the reasons I was stressed out is because there were certain things I was really worried about, and none of the things I was worried about actually happened. Actually, everything went really well. The stuff that I was worried about worked out perfectly fine. And so I think so much of the time, instead of enjoying and living in the moment, we stress about like, this should happen, that's supposed to be going on, I have to do this, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, if we just were able to just live in the moment and trust Spirit that things would work out, then we'd be so much happier. But also with inspiration, again, I keep getting a lot of you guys, you're supposed to be doing some kind of creative work. So if you guys have been feeling tugged on to like write something or compose something or paint something or put together an outfit or do some photography, then please do it, because I feel like you guys are super creatively fruitful at this time. And a lot of these are visions that Spirit has put in your heart that's going to really help you to actually write it out or put it on paper or whatever you guys need to do. And for those of you guys who are going to be contacted by an ex, whether you get contacted or not, I think you guys should at least feel a little smug that this person's thinking of you guys so much. I feel like they're thinking of you more than you even realize. Like, you're on their mind like all the time. They think of you a lot, and they definitely want to come back and step forward, and they think you guys are really gorgeous and doing really well, and they're definitely reminiscing a lot about you guys. So that's really funny. I don't know if you guys spend as much time thinking about them. I don't think so. Maybe some of you guys do, but they are definitely thinking about you for those of you who do have this ex that applies in that situation. But I feel like you guys should just pamper yourselves, treat yourselves with all the love in the world, because you guys deserve it. You guys deserve to feel good, to feel beautiful, and you should do everything you can to make yourselves feel that way, to make yourselves feel like the special little beautiful souls that you are, and treat yourselves with all the love in the world that you guys deserve. So I think that's it. Anything else from Spirit? They just want you to really enjoy. Do what makes you happy during this time, whatever that is. Whatever that is. If it's going out and socializing, do that. If it's staying inside and cuddling up in front of a fire, do that. Whatever it is, do it, because Spirit wants you guys to really enjoy and really be in your happiest self at this time. And I feel like it's like, yeah, this is a little nice pause for you guys. So what a nice reading. Usually these readings are so dramatic. This was like lovely energy to tune into. So thank you guys for letting me tune into that for you guys. Let me know in the comments if it resonated, and like, of course. And if you guys want to check out my Patreon, my last video is what was your past love life like? So what was your love life like in a past life, in past lives, and how does it affect your life now, love life now? Yeah, and make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and I will see you guys very soon in another reading. Take care, guys. Bye. Hey pile 3, so if you guys picked this cake, this is going to be your reading. They did a lot of detail on this. I know it's probably hard to see in this artificial light, but there's little seeds on the strawberry, there's little lines on the sliced strawberries and on the peach slices. So just a ton of detail. They really did a great job with these. You know, I love filming in natural light, but it gets dark so early lately that I have to film in this artificial light. But hopefully you guys can be able to see and everything, and let's get right into it, guys. We got the 4 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, 5 of Cups, Queen of Cups, 5 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, 7 of Swords, and Strength. So the message I'm getting right now is that you guys are feeling really defeated. I feel like some of you guys may have been backstabbed by someone, or someone was really treating you really badly. It may have even been someone who messed with your money situation, and you know, now you guys might be scrambling around to have to figure out this monetary situation. I feel like for you guys, there's this sense of how deeply unfair it feels, and how, like, how many more times can I be put through this? Why does this always happen to me? There's a big sense of defeat and just feeling like things are unfair, because I do think there was some backstabbing with the 7 of Swords. There was someone who may have done this on purpose or took pleasure in causing you pain. And I feel like for you guys, there's just, this is affecting your emotional stability, your emotional balance. Is affected very much by this. Some of you guys might be empaths, and this might be even why this person targeted you, is something where, you know, I think, like, there's that phrase, hurt people, and I think that's true. I also think sometimes when someone is a bright light in this world, or comes off as very sweet, compassionate, and innocent, that tends to weirdly provoke anger and rage in people who are very low vibrational. And I feel like that might be what happened here. It's almost like a jealousy vibe, jealous of your energy, jealous of the magic, special sweetness that you guys project. And so I feel like some of these people, it's like, you know, you guys have kept your soft heart, and these people have tried to stab you in the heart because of it, because you guys are sweet, because you guys are loving and vulnerable and nice people. These people have come against you because of that. And I do feel like you guys kind of, I don't want to say sit around, but you guys do think about, why did this happen? I feel like a lot of your thoughts are caught up in how unfair it is. It's almost like your energy field has been affected by this. This person is low vibrational, and you have been affected by their energy. So your energy has become more low vibrational as a result. I still think you guys are high vibe, but it's like a situation where you're feeling worse because of them. You might find yourself drained after speaking to them, or this might be a person for a lot of you guys in your past, but you just are ruminating about it. And I feel like Spirit is telling you that a big crucial thing for you guys is to keep yourselves happy. And I actually think that will lead you guys to making up for some of this financial issues that this person has caused you. I feel like Spirit is saying with the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups that they want you to actively pursue making yourselves feel good. So if that means watching a feel-good movie, listening to music that makes you feel good, no listening to like sad Lana Del Rey songs. I totally get it. I've been in that vibe before too. And of course, sometimes it's fun to sit around listening to a sad song, right? You guys know I love Lil Peep, so yeah, I'm totally guilty of that. But sometimes when we need to elevate our emotion, when we need to put ourselves in a good place, and it's really crucial, especially when we're in a hard time, sometimes that inclination is to sit around and mope and like lean into it. But actually, sometimes when you really need to manifest something quick, you have to get yourselves back into a high vibe state. And that's what I'm getting for a lot of you guys, listening to upbeat music, maybe like listening to like the Beach Boys from the 1960s or something, or music that just makes you happy, makes you smile, is fast tempo, happy vibes, because I feel like for you guys, there's something about you guys needing to actively seek out making yourselves feel good, because you have people coming against you trying to make you feel bad about yourselves, actively trying to dismantle your confidence, actively trying to get in your head and kind of worm around there. And I feel like your guides want you to be happy as a form of protection. So you might feel like, how could I possibly watch a movie right now when, I have this going on in my life, or I have that going on in my life? And I'm not saying you should ignore the reality of a situation. It's really important to take on a situation head on and do all the active steps we need to do. Like if you have no money, of course we need to work on sending out those resumes. We need to work on figuring out, the finances as much as we can. But also, I feel like for some of you guys, when it's like, it's not that much of an emergency, but you guys are trying to manifest something important. You guys are trying to bring something in. And I feel like for you guys, it's important that you keep your energy high, that you keep your emotions regulated, and keep yourselves in a happy state of mind. If you guys are watching the news too much, some of you guys might be watching the news a lot and getting really nervous and worried. Maybe turn it off, because raising your vibration will help like the global energy around the world anyway. But it's like, I just feel like your guides and your team, they want you to stay focused on the goal. They want you to keep yourselves happy. This is not the time to be moping around and sad. So we also got Dragon's Lair, Magic Prayer, Rescue, and Ghostland. So what I'm hearing from Spirit is, we're answering your prayers. It is going to happen. The answer is yes, something like that. They're telling me that the things you asked for, they are coming in to take care of it. They are making it happen. For some of you guys, this is a life change that you actually actively asked for. Maybe this is a relationship falling apart or a job ending or something. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, you asked for this exact situation to happen. You might have tried to manifest this. You might have said like, I want a new job. But this is the funny thing about manifesting. You didn't specify, I want a new job after I like safely depart my old job and and everything's really calm and a peaceful transition. So sometimes when we ask for manifestations, especially since it was just an eclipse, it comes in hard and fast, and it comes in kind of crazy and overwhelming. But I feel like for you guys, this is a positive thing that a lot of you guys asked for a while. And if you have someone negative that is still actively in your life, I feel like they are going to be removed. I feel like these negative situations, some of you guys may be like, well, it hasn't ended yet, but it's just escalating and it's getting worse. And then I feel like you're coming close to the cycle of it ending, and things always get worse right before they kind of blow up, or right before they, something's got to give kind of energy. So something is going to shift for you guys, because I feel like this is a major shift. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you've been stuck in this energy for a long time with Ghostlands and Dragon's Lair. A lot of you guys have been around people that truly have bad intentions for you, truly wish the worst on you, truly are very jealous of your energy. And for a lot of you guys, you felt really stuck, and you were really stuck. This was something that you just couldn't seem to extricate yourself out of. And so I feel like you guys should know that even though this may seem negative and it may feel negative, that it's ultimately such a positive development. And ultimately, you guys are going to be so much happier that this is removed from your life. I just think it's just a painful change, but I feel like you guys should know that your prayers are being answered. If you guys were trying to manifest, those manifestations are working. You should feel really confident in that, and maybe think about your future manifestations. Now that you know that your prayers are being listened to, it's kind of like the sky's the limit. Maybe you were putting off making a manifestation journal or making that vision board, and I feel like if that's the case, now is the time to go ahead and get it done, because I do think that your guides are with you very presently at this moment. Of course, our guides are always around us, but I'm feeling like your guides are very much close to you right now, very much working with you. and very much, you know, it there for you. If you guys ask for something, like, they'll hear it. They are with you guys. And our guides do tend to come closer to us, and, you know, our team on the other side, ancestors and everyone, when something really crucially important is happening. When it's a big painful transition or a very chaotic time, they will come and stay around us a lot more. So I do think that for you guys, you may feel very bereft. You may feel very at a loss over this change of events, but it's like, you guys should realize that staying in this was the bad thing, not getting out of it. I know it doesn't seem that way right now, and I know some of you guys are literally at a loss of like, how did this happen, or why is this going on? And you can't believe that, I don't know, that someone could betray you or treat you really badly. And for those of you guys who haven't had a big betrayal yet, or haven't had this huge change yet, I feel like it's going to happen if you pick this pile. It's going to happen in the future. Of course, take what resonates and leave the rest. If you're like, none of this resonates at all, then sometimes readings just aren't for you and your guides couldn't kind of get to the front of the line. But for those of you guys who this is resonating for, I do feel like you guys are in store for a major change. And I feel like it's the removal of something really negative that you guys were trying to get out of for a really long time. And I actually feel like a lot of you guys don't realize the depth of these people, person, negativity towards you. Like, their negativity towards you, you guys, I feel, are very trusting, sweet, innocent, and you like to look on the bright side. So some of you guys didn't even realize how much this person was gunning for you and how much they wished harm on you. And I do feel like they're going to get their karma, but for you right now, this is like rescue mission. This is like your ancestors and your guides on the other team on the other side. Wow, I don't know what's happening with my speech lately, but anyway, like coming in a helicopter and dropping down that rescue ladder, you know, like you'll see in a like mountain rescue thing. Like, they are getting you out of there. They are helping you guys. So yeah, let's get other cards. We got Owl, Wise Seeing, Wise Action, Night Song, Hidden Talents, Vampire, Emotional Intelligence, and Black Cat, Fortune Meets Opportunity, and Joy, Rejoicing in the Present. So for a lot of you guys, these people around you were energy vampires, and they really sucked off your energy. And I'm honestly getting that vibe so strongly because I feel like your pile, you guys are very sweet. I feel like a lot of people in this pile are like little earth angels with such good intentions and such good hearts and so well-meaning and kind to people. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, this is the nature of people like that. You do attract vampires, energy vampires who suck off energy from others because they can't get any of their own. Some of them don't even know what they're doing. A lot of them are not consciously aware that they're doing this, but they are very low vibration. They would like to be high vibration. They don't understand or comprehend what's going on, but they get drawn into your warmth, just like someone who's shivering in the cold would be drawn to a fire, you know. They feel your warmth, but at the same time they resent you for it. They get jealous of the fact that you have this warmth on your own and you don't need to do anything to get it. You don't need to siphon it from others. You don't need to scheme. You don't need to like find a source. You just have it naturally, you know. It's kind of like a country that has no natural resources or something, and they're jealous of, you know, a country that has like all this gold and oil and, you know, beautiful verdant land or something. You know what I mean? I mean, some countries do perfectly well economically and they just import everything. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know, if you had a total lack of something and it was really causing you problems, of course you might be jealous or envious of someone who has that come to them so easily. So I know you guys don't look at the world that way because you guys have been blessed with this beautiful energy and it was your conscious choice to remain in that energy, and kudos to you guys on that. But some people who have none of that energy themselves, for them it's like, you know, someone who's totally has not a single dime to their name and is homeless looking at a millionaire. You know what I mean? It makes them angry. It makes them feel jealous. And of course, in the real world, we obviously have a lot of sympathy for anyone struggling with homelessness. But I'm just saying, I feel like now maybe you guys can understand what this person's motivations are, because I do feel like you guys spend a lot of time thinking about it, wondering about it, and being very hurt. Like, I feel like a lot of you guys, your feelings are hurt about this. You guys would never treat someone this way. You would never do these things to someone else, and you just can't understand it. You can't wrap your head around it. But what I'm hearing from the message of spirit is like, you're not supposed to. This is not important, and it's not for you to figure out, because like, this is almost like below your pay grade. I feel like the message from spirit is that you guys are headed for something so important, and that they want you to focus on that. They want you to focus on the joy and the beauty that you guys have coming in. They don't want you guys wasting your time thinking about someone who is a very negative person, has been a very negative person, and will always be a negative person no matter what happens to them in life. No matter, no matter how much time passes, they'll always be stuck in this negative energy. So why are you guys worrying about it? It's kind of like, I think it's when you're dealing with a negative person and you're trying to get them to change, or you're hoping that they change, it's like trying to get a dog to cook a 5-course meal for you or something, or to get a dog to do your taxes or whatever. Like, it's just not gonna happen. The dog is not capable of that. We love dogs, of course, but the dog is just never gonna be capable of understanding tax law and figuring it out for you, and getting your all the forms turned in and everything. It's just not going to happen. And yet sometimes when we deal with negative people, we take their actions personally. We think to ourselves like, what, it might have been different if I'd done this, or if they acted like that, or if I'd said this, or maybe I could fix that. No, it's not in your power to do that. And so I feel like the message for you guys is stop ruminating about it. We did get the 5 of Cups, and that is kind of all about focusing on like spilled milk, like the saying, there's no use crying over spilled milk. That's what the 5 of Cups really represents, literally in one of our decks. And so it's like, you guys should be focusing on this beautiful stuff that you guys have coming in, and not the past. But I do also want to mention, I feel like with Owl, I feel like there's 2 messages coming in. One, that your guides are watching you, like this owl, the eyes are so intense. Your guides are watching and they see everything. And look, we have 2 cards having to do with that. Actually, Black Cat also shows eyes in the background. So I feel like you have, first of all, your enemies are watching you guys like a hawk. Some of them are trying to figure out what you're doing on social media. Some of you guys might even want to take a social media break temporarily or something, just to get this person's energy, off you. But if you don't mind, then keep posting. I mean, do what you want. But I just think these people are definitely trying to watch you. They were hoping for your downfall, but they're not going to get to see it. But I do feel like you also have your guides watching, and they're seeing everything that's going on, and they are going to make karma happen for these people. But it's not your job to take care of. That's God's job, and that's your team's job. Like, they are the ones who keep track of the karma. They're the ones that make the justice happen, and no one is going to escape karma. So don't worry about that, and don't have that on your list or your radar. Just focus on this beautiful new blessings that you have coming in. And the final 2 cards we got on this are so positive. We got Black Cat, fortune meets opportunity, and joy, rejoicing in the present. And that's all, like, that is exactly what your guides want you to do, is be really present in this moment. They don't want you thinking about the past. I really feel like a lot of you guys are ruminating about past things that happened, past hurts, past pain. And I'm not saying you should block out your trauma. Sometimes when we go through a healing experience, past trauma will come up. It will come up as a way for us to work through that and leave it in the past. But I also feel like your guides are saying that this is kind of a pivotal, exciting moment for you guys. This is a new change. This is something fresh, new coming in. This is something beautiful, and it's like they want you guys to be fully ready for it. It's kind of like before, a big event, you want to rest up, you want to get your sleep, you want to be in a happy mood. I know for me, I had an SAT tutor, and the SAT tutor told me to watch a romantic comedy the night before my SATs, and I wasn't allowed to study. And like all my friends, they were cramming the night before, and I went to bed at like 8 p.m. I had watched a rom-com, even though I don't even really like rom-coms, but I watched one because I was told to. And anyway, I ended up doing really well. And my point is that, when you have something big and important coming in, it's important to like get that rest, get your mindset into a good place. And when my tutor told me that, I was like, huh? What? Why would I do that? And I even told like friends and stuff, and they all thought it was crazy. Like, you have to watch a comedy film? What? This is so strange. But it totally worked because he knew that I would be relaxed, I would be chill, and that's kind of the energy your guides want you to be in. They want you to be relaxed and chill so that you're energetically aligned with these new blessings. Now, I'm not saying you guys should just slack off, and if your electricity is about to be shut off, that just like, whatever, oh well. But I think like work towards this goal, take concrete steps towards it while keeping yourselves happy, feeling positive. For some of you guys, this may involve working out and regularly going to the gym and making sure you have those endorphins, because those can be so important to mental health. But it's almost like I feel like someone's trying to like scare you off the tracks or something, you know? You know how like if you watch Scooby-Doo or read Nancy Drew novels, I read like them all growing up, and a big thing is the reason the criminals will do stuff is because they'll say like, well, there was a developer coming in and trying to buy this castle and we were trying to scare them away, or this person came and we didn't want them finding out this secret, so we decided to create a ghost, or something like that, you know? And that was like a huge motivation for doing this kind of crazy dysfunctional stuff. Of course, it's fiction, but it's like based on a reality, which is like when you're close to achieving a goal or you're about to make a major change, people will try to scare you out of that energy, out of your positive energy, into a distraction, into focusing on like, where's the ghost? Wait a minute, this thing happened, this thing got stolen. So all your energy is deflected into like paying attention to that rather than achieving your goal. And I feel like for so many of you guys, you're so close to achieving this goal. And this is something you guys wanted, asked for a long time. The eclipse was probably the thing that brought it in. The thing with eclipses is they're really strong energy. I love when I have eclipses in a major aspect of my house, but I'm always like, after the eclipse, like, did I really say I wanted that change? Because wow, because eclipses will totally be shocking change. I've never not had an eclipse that hasn't brought in shocking change, and that's what it's known for. But I feel like as astrologers, you kind of learn to read, you know, okay, the moon will generally do this, and it's like, they're important astrological events, but nothing compares to an eclipse. And an eclipse is just huge events that come out of the blue. And of course, sometimes you have an eclipse randomly in the middle of like an empty house and it doesn't really affect anything, and it might affect that house a little bit, but it's nothing huge. But I feel like for you guys, this eclipse may have been major, because I feel like there was a major disruption for you guys, or it might be coming. You can feel eclipse energy a month before the actual eclipse and a month after. So there's like a 2-month window when you could be finding out this news. So if it hasn't happened yet, it may happen. But I feel like for you guys, this is just a big change that you've been wanting for so long. And the funny thing is, like, we try to manifest stuff, but like I said, I always get excited for the eclipses, but then when they actually happen, I'm always like, oh my God, I didn't expect that. And so we have to remember that this is what we asked for. This is going to take us further down our path, even as crazy as it may feel, and as shocking and overwhelming and terrifying even that it may feel. This is a positive thing. This is a positive change. And this is removing a lot of these nasties, jealous little nasties, out of your life, because they need to be taken out. And at this point, Spirit is like beating them out with a stick. Spirit's not playing around with them anymore. They're not ushering them out kindly, like, hey, can you just go? Spirit's like got like a little ruler, like a crazed teacher back in the day, and it's just whacking them out of the room. You know what I mean? So I know it may seem kind of crazy, violent, and destabilizing, but like that's how it had to happen. These people, some of them need to be removed. So we also got fear, happiness, growth, failure, and abundance. I love that we end on abundance. So I feel like it's so funny and it's so perfect that these just all came in as this giant mix, like all together, because I feel like this so sums up how you guys are feeling and the stuff you guys are going through right now. I feel like it's such a mix. Like, you guys are, on one hand, you're excited. On the other hand, you're terrified. On one hand, you can remind yourself like, this is good. But then on the other hand, your fears are coming in and it's like, oh my God, what's going on? And I just think you guys need to know that this is going to be for your abundance. It is for your growth and ultimate happiness. And some of you guys, I feel like you've had people trying to make you feel like a failure, trying to make you feel like you didn't measure up, like you are an idiot. Even some of you guys, I'm getting, they may be trying to make you question your mental health or question your sanity or make you feel that you have mental health issues, ratchet up your anxiety. And it's like, by the way, it's normal to have anxiety with dysfunctional people that are gaslighting us or something. So, you know, if you have a dysfunctional person trying to make you feel like, well, you're really anxious, it's like, yeah, for good reason, because I have to deal with you and you're totally dysfunctional. So I'm obviously not diagnosing anyone, but I just think, keep that in mind, that I feel like these people are trying to make you question yourselves. These people are trying to make you feel bad about yourself because they feel so bad about themselves. They can't measure up to the goals they wanted to achieve, so they're trying to prevent you from measuring up to the goals you want to achieve. And it's in, I don't want, it hasn't worked, but I do think you guys have a lot of fear. I do think you guys are really nervous about what's coming next. And I feel like you guys need to know that you guys do have blessings. You're being steered down this path on purpose, and you can handle whatever comes to you. You know, we only grow when we go through hardships. We only grow when we go through like bad times. You know what I mean? I know, like, and I think this happens a lot, like right before I had a growth spurt in puberty, I randomly like gained a lot of weight, not like a ton of it, but it was like, I was used to being pretty slim my whole life, and suddenly I felt like I looked chubby, and I didn't know what was going on, and I honestly felt uncomfortable that summer, like just in my body. And then sure enough, I shot up like several inches, and I was like 12, and I realize now that that's really common for kids to gain weight before puberty, because it's almost like your body's getting yourself ready to have that growth spurt or something. I don't know, but it's really common, I guess. And so it's like, I feel like stuff like that happens. Not that there's anything wrong with gaining weight at any point in your life, but sometimes, you know, right before that growth period, we go through some kind of a change that we didn't want, or, you know, there's something that happens that makes us uncomfortable, takes us out of our comfort zone. And that's what has to happen. Like when you are that age and you're about to have a growth spurt, your body needs those extra calories, you know? So you might gain a little weight, or I just felt like also like my bones kind of felt like they were, I just remember feeling like uncomfortable in my body. And I think it's because your bones are like stretching and expanding. And I just felt like weird that summer. And so anyway, I ended up growing a lot of inches that summer, and everything was awesome. But I think that for a lot of us, when the growth happens, it feels uncomfortable. But that's what has to happen when we're changing ourselves. You know, unfortunately, growth, it's not easy, you know. I wish it was, but I feel like you guys are going through this period to grow, and you guys are going to come out of it so much better, so much stronger, so much like taller in the spiritual realm. And you guys are going to be coming into abundance. So I feel like this person's trying to get in your head and trying to make you really question yourselves. And it's really important that you guys keep this vision and keep this focus. So other cards we got are Awakening, aka Hanged Man, Four of Cups, King of Cups, Queen of Swords, Five of Cups again, and Strength. And the Five of Cups literally shows a spilled milk. So like seriously, Spirit is telling you guys that's exactly what you guys are doing. The whole point is like, why cry over spilled milk? Because it's really not that big of a deal. And I feel like some of the things that you guys are upset about now, you guys are going to completely be like, I'm so grateful and glad that happened later. The Hanged Man talks about a changed perspective. And I feel like in the future, you guys are going to look back on this moment and be like, I cannot believe it happened that way, and I'm so glad it did. And it's almost like this is a pivotal turning point for you guys, that honestly I really keep getting that you guys prayed for this for a really long time. I feel like you guys asked for this moment to come, and as scary as it is, know that you guys are being divinely guided. I'm seeing the vision of like a roller coaster, and I personally love roller coasters, but I don't get scared on them because I know it's like guided totally. And that's kind of like what it's like. I see people like freaking out on roller coasters, and I always find it funny just because I'm like, but it's on a track. And I totally get it. Like, I get nervous even driving in the car, so I'm not judging, but I'm just saying, like, the thing about roller coasters is you will be like 500 feet up in the air, and logic and every part of your body may be telling you like, oh my God, this is the worst situation ever, and I'm about to like be really hurt or something. But it's all guided. It's all a part of the ride. I know there's like there's memes about that where, you know, it's like my spirit guide's telling me to enjoy the ride, and it's like a roller coaster on fire. But it's like, I feel like for you guys, you really are on this roller coaster where things are being guided. It doesn't seem that way. It may seem like the wind is whipping your face at 70 miles an hour and everything's going wrong and everything's horrible and it's totally out of control, but it's not. You know, all the safety things are in order. You got your seatbelt on. You got that little thing that goes over your shoulders, strapped in place. You guys are safe and protected. And I honestly am saying that because I feel like for some of you guys, it's like, some of this may be even a close call. Like, it may be a situation where you have to pay a bill and you don't have the money, and randomly the night before you get exactly the right, someone's like, oh, we forgot to give you your last bit of this paycheck or something, or so a friend of yours is like, hey, I want to give you this Christmas gift, and you have exactly the amount of money to cover the bill or something like that. Like, I feel like stuff like that is going to happen to you, and it's almost like a gift from your spirit guides to like, just a message, a reminder from them to tell you like, hey, we're handling this, you know, where you'll have just the right amount and not a penny more, or not, you know, not $100 more, but just that right amount. And it's because all of this is so divinely guided. And I also feel like Spirit wants to acknowledge how intelligent you guys are, because again, I'm getting for a lot of you guys, this person has tried to make you question yourselves, question your strength and your confidence and your ability. And you guys should know that you guys are this beautiful shining light. People see how strong you are. And again, I think you might be facing with a lot of jealousy from some of these people, and they may be trying to make you feel incompetent, crazy, like you can't do it, like you're stupid, like, what an idiot. And you guys should know that that's all an act. They totally see how special you guys are. They totally see your strength, and it enrages them because they will never have that. They will never have the spiritual strength you guys have. And also, a lot of you guys are highly intelligent, honestly. And so these people are irritated by your skills and your capabilities. So I just want you guys to know that, because I feel like some of these people, they're really trying to get you to question and doubt yourselves, and honestly doubt your capability and your self-worth. And I just want you guys to definitely not do that. But again, with the King of Cups, I feel like there is this really strong emphasis on you guys keeping yourselves happy and doing things that will nourish your soul and put you guys in a good mood. I think that's really so important for you guys, is to just keep yourselves feeling happy. So like, whether that's cooking yourselves a nice meal, or taking a spiritual bath, or I don't know, anything. Like, I just feel like doing things, going to a movie that you like you're rewatching your favorite movie, or going to see a comedy, or anything that puts you in a high vibrational place, listening to good music, positive music, happy music, not necessarily like super sad music, happy stuff. Like, I just want you guys to keep yourselves happy, because I feel like you guys are doing this really incredible journey, and it's like you guys need to keep yourselves strong. You need to keep yourselves aligned. You need to keep yourselves in a positive place. So we also got Iceberg, Submerged, Green Man, Synergy, Spring Equinox, Rebirth. So this is like a rebirth for you guys. I know it seems like you guys are going through a lot, and it may seem like everything has gone off the rails and this is like a death. It's an ending. It's not a rebirth, but that is not the case. With synergy, to me, I feel like in this context, it's talking about how like I said, there's something about this with the timing. Oh, and another card I got. I didn't notice this. Vision Quest, desert. So I feel like you guys are kind of coming out of the desert, you know, but I'm so ADHD, so I always forget cards and I have to go back. But as I was saying about Green Man synergy, it's like the timing of this is going to be made really perfect. Your team and guides on the other side are working to make this happen correctly. So I feel like you guys are going to see like signs that they're with you guys. Like it might be seeing 1111, 333, 444. It may be, but I feel like it's like you guys should know that your team has aligned this, and while it may seem like things are going off the rails, they're actually going perfectly on the rails. Your team has lined up this timing perfectly, and I feel like a lot of you guys, if you actually look back, you would notice that like stuff happened that was kind of like, I don't want to say weird, but like where, you know, randomly you were assigned to work here, or randomly this person called you and said this, and then like, you know what I mean? Like there was like weird, what's the word? I don't think we have a word for this in like the English language, but weird situations that kind of came out of the blue, but kind of led you down this path. And I feel like you should know that those weren't accidents, and this stuff was aligned to happen. I know it may seem chaotic like how it's happened, but it was aligned and you guys were set up so that you would be able to get through this time. So like I said, you might have to run through your savings, but you have exactly the right amount to cover, you know, for your rent. Or you might have to, you know, sell your car, but you had randomly bought a bike or something. I'm not saying you guys will have to sell your car. That would be like really dramatic. What I'm saying is you guys will get through this period and it will be really positive. And you guys will notice that you guys were kind of prepared because of other things that happened in the past. And like I said, I'm not saying you guys will have to sell your car, because I know some of you guys are like, WTF? But I'm saying that you guys will be aligned to get through this period and prosper. And you guys are going to come out of this period way more prosperous. Like you guys have been submerged by this energy. You guys have been kept down, kept underwater, kept from being your highest self because of this. So if you have to sell your car, you're going to get to buy a Lamborghini in the future. You know what I mean? So if you guys do have to ride a bike or take the bus, that means you'll be in a Bugatti a few years down the line. So it's like, don't think that I'm saying that like a negative thing of like you guys are gonna have to sell your belongings, because that's not the vibe I'm getting at all. I feel like you guys are going to have so many blessings coming in, and it just might be a temporary period of being in the desert a little bit, but it's like when you think about it, you guys have been in this desert for a long time. You guys have been dealing with these toxic people, this dysfunctional situation for a long time. You've been out in this desert trying to make the best of it, but you're about to come into this lush, beautiful green jungle with so much, you know, natural resources, and you're not going to be having to make do of the desert anymore. So we also got prosperity, travel, and peace. So this is moving you out of that old energy. This is taking you away from what you've been in. Like this lady's like paddling you out of there, you know, and taking you into prosperity and blessings and peace. This is taking you from a situation that was so bad into a situation that's going to be so good, something you prayed for, something you asked for. So don't mistake this temporary pain for like this is how it's gonna be. Well, everything's really going bad. I feel like if you guys lose out on some money, you're gonna make it back tenfold because of this. You're gonna make it back 100-fold. I feel like you guys are really stepping into your blessings and a positive energy. And even though it may not seem like that right now, you guys should be doing a jig and dancing around, you know, like thrilled, completely out of your mind with joy if you really knew what was going on. It may seem like a setback, but it's a step forward. You know what I mean? It may seem like someone put you down, but they really put you 10 steps ahead. So I just think you guys should know that and be at peace. And this is what I'm saying. The only thing is, it's like you could worry and stress. And I'm not saying you guys should just like let it slide, like, oh, they're repossessing my car, whatever. Oh, well. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, you know, take the steps you need to take. If you need to, you know, figure out something financially, take the steps to figure it out and take those conscious steps. But keep yourselves in peace. Keep yourselves high vibrational. Keep yourselves feeling good, because I really think this is going to happen, and part of this will happen a lot faster if you guys can stay positive. So final cards we got: Page of Gabriel, energetic, brave, optimistic, playful. Follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge, opportunities for excitement and adventure. And 8 of Ariel, take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. So for some of you guys, that might be going back to school. It may be, getting a new job or doing some kind of training in that job. But I really think 8 is the number of prosperity and abundance. And so for you guys, I really feel like the end messages are so abundant. And also I think with 8 of Ariel, it's saying what I earlier said about how you guys are so smart, so capable, and I feel like people are trying to make you forget that. And I feel like Spirit really wants you to know this for some reason, that you guys are like so capable, so smart, so strong. And so please don't let that person, however they're acting, don't let it seep into your soul. Block it out, take out the trash, consider it the trash it is, or as my grandmother would say, because she's like this sassy Southern lady, she would say, consider the source, which is like a very polite Southern way of totally dissing a person. So she would always say, consider the source, aka like, what do they have going on in their life? They're not perfect. They're probably a clown if they're acting like this, to be honest. So yeah, like, don't pay attention to people who are like crazy, dysfunctional, whatever. And I feel like for you guys, like, this is saying like, you have so many opportunities coming in. There's going to be so many blessings, so many good things, so many positive things happening for you guys. Like, I am so excited for you guys. I feel like you guys are just going to have such beautiful things happening in the near future. It may be a difficult period right now getting through it, but you guys are going to get through and step into the other side. So just keep going and take those opportunities, because I feel like your guides are providing you with opportunities, providing you with beautiful stuff that they're making happen. So take advantage of them. Take it and run with it. Don't block it out, or don't try to be like, well, whatever, I'm just going to be complacent and stay in this energy. No, this is a new thing coming in. This is a new beginning, a new fresh start that you guys have wanted for so long, that's going to make you guys so much happier. So take it. You guys deserve it. And yeah, welcome and embrace this new time, even though it may seem hard. So is that all you have to say for pile 3, Spirit? And they just want you to know that they're with you every step of the way. They are totally with you on this, and they are totally working to protect and help you guys in every way. So they want you to know that they're with you, around you at all times. And they're going to make it happen, is what they just said. So I really hope that helped you guys. Let me know in the comments if it resonated. Also, make sure to leave it a like. And if you guys want to check out my Patreon, I just posted a video about your past love life, aka what your love life was in a different lifetime. So, and how that's affecting your life now. So check out my Patreon if you guys want to join us over there. And yeah, also make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll be back very soon for another reading. Sending you guys so much love and light. Take care. Bye. Hey, pile 4. So if you guys picked this cheesecake, this is going to be your reading. You can see all the details on the raspberries, and there's even a blueberry that's sliced in half, which I think is so funny. Like, imagine someone slicing a little blueberry in half with a knife. I don't know, it just cracks me up. But there's a ton of detail with the chocolate, the whipped cream, the little coconut crust. Yeah, they did a great job on these. So let's get right into your reading, guys. We got 2 of Cups, 7 of Wands, King of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, 6 of Wands, King of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, the World, and the Magician. So I feel like right off the bat, I do think someone is thinking of you. I feel like this may have been someone that you left, like they might have done something and it made you leave them behind. And I feel like Spirit is coming through to say that this person is thinking about you a lot, that they are trying to manifest you. Their emotions are very much tied into you. They would like to come forward again, I think, and kind of make their presence known, make you aware of them. But I feel like for them, there's a lot of fear about you rejecting them or that you've left them behind. There's also fear about you fighting with them or that you wouldn't want to date them, you wouldn't want to be with them. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, this ex, they do want to come through, but it's like they want to come in the right way. They don't want to come through and just have you reject them, because I feel like they feel that there's something that happened where if they don't step forward in the right way, that you will reject them. You are done in a way. Like there's something that happened that you're just over it. But they're thinking about you a lot. And I feel like they do want to step forward. They do want to come towards you. It's just, I don't know how this happened. I feel like there might have been a falling out or some real miscommunication. But I definitely think they would like to step forward towards you. So other cards we got: forgiveness, vampire, ancestors, zombie, and joy. So I feel like with forgiveness coming out, it's almost like your person did something wrong. You know, this could also be for some of you guys like non-romantic. It could be someone you've had a disagreement with in life. But there's so many cards relating to like forgiveness and relating to them wanting forgiveness from you and doing self-reflection. So for some of you guys, it may not be romantic, but I'm getting like for a lot of you guys, this is romantic. For some of you guys, this may be like if you're like, oh, I just had a falling out with my mom or something, then you could interpret this reading in a non-romantic way. But for a lot of you guys, I feel like this would be an ex that really wants back into your life. And y'all know I would never advocate to get back together with someone who's toxic and really done some bad stuff. But I feel like this is what's going on. This is what this person wants from you. And I do feel like for some of you guys, maybe there is that opening for forgiveness or like potential to open your heart back to them. I just feel like the message coming through from this message is that your person does feel bad. They feel and they're taking accountability. I feel like in a way your person gets a lot of emotional energy from you. And we got vampire, emotional intelligence, but for me, I feel like that card kind of relates a lot to like psychic vampirism, but I'm not meaning necessarily in a bad way in your situation, although it could be, but more that your person gets a lot of energy out of you. You know what I mean? Your energy that you guys give off, your person just loves it. To them, they get a lot out of their connection with you. And I feel like for them, if they're in separation with you, it's been a huge loss for them of their emotional energy that they usually are getting from you. They enjoy so much being around you and they might not even be consciously aware of it. And I feel like for a lot of them, it's not like a malevolent thing. It's not like they are trying to hurt you or getting negative energy, like, you know, stealing energy without giving anything back. But their energy like feels so good the way your energy feels so good to them, and their energy just feeds off of yours. And to them, it feels really positive. And so for them, they're very much like feeling really left out in the cold almost without having you around to give them that energy. I feel like for some of you guys, you have made the conscious choice to cut these people off. And I feel like in a way, you guys may be connected on the astral realm and it's not something you could give up so easily. You might be twin flames, or you might have a karmic or a soulmate connection. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and maybe watch a love reading if you want like a very accurate one. I usually don't expect love to come through in these kinds of readings, but this is what I'm getting for you guys. I feel like your person is just thinking about you a lot. You know, we are having Venus retrograding in Capricorn at the beginning of the year. And so that is an energy that's kind of already starting, because you generally feel the shadow of these retrograde planets well before they actually turn retrograde. So I'm sure we are feeling that now, and it's almost like if this is an ex, they definitely are thinking of wanting to return to you. I feel like they're thinking about you a lot. I'm hearing more than ever. So maybe for some of you guys, it might have even been a while since you talked to this person and you're like, oh, well, they're not going to reach out, or, you know, whatever. I'm sure they're not thinking of me, but I feel like they are. I feel like whether they reach out or not, that intention is definitely there. I definitely feel like they're just afraid of rejection on your end. Like you guys left it behind. You left them behind is what I'm hearing. It's almost like you were done and they felt like there was more to give, there was more to get out of that relationship, and you left it and they were kind of like, okay, we'll just leave it as is. But there's this fear that if they come to you that you'll be done. Like I feel like they go back and forth between their intuition telling them and their heart telling them that you guys had this very special connection and that you will be open to them, and then this fear of like, no, they won't. Of course they won't. Why would they be open to me? Like I feel like they go back and forth between, in their mind, like your feelings. Like for some of you guys, you might not have ever had that discussion with them of like, this is what you mean to me. You might have, some of you guys, but I feel like there's a lot of doubt in their mind about your feelings, and there's this certainty that you're going to leave them behind or that you're not interested in them. I don't think that stops them from trying to manifest you, because we got the Magician, and I feel like they're thinking about you all the time. But I definitely feel like they also have a lot of doubt. It's almost like their intuition, their heart tells them one thing, but then their logical brain takes over and says like, no, you're delusional, you know? So they go back and forth, they vacillate a lot. So other cards we got: coming apart, details, peaks of joy, one ring circus, and encouragement. So I definitely feel like your person wants to come back to you. It's almost like they're working out the details. And some of you guys, when you were together, it may have been somewhat chaotic with one ring circus. You guys may have been kind of fighting, going back and forth. It may have been like weird drama out of nowhere, you know, like randomly fighting over like, I don't know, someone left a fast food wrapper out or something, like, I don't know, or you were wanting to go to a fast food restaurant. I keep getting fast food for some reason, but there may have been like little stupid disagreements or something. And I feel like your person, they're aware of that. And I feel like it's almost like some of them are afraid of conflict. And that may have been why they didn't fight harder for you at the time, is like they kind of envisioned like this stress-free relationship where there's no fighting and there's no back and forth and there's no arguing. But now they realize that they're bored in whatever else they have going on, or like even if they're not bored, like no one could compare to you, you know. Your connection, even though it may have been chaotic at times, was everything. And so now they're really realizing it. I feel like they are going through a lot of mental tension over this, and we did get coming apart. So I feel like for them, this is very overwhelming, and they don't kind of emotionally know how to deal with it. I feel like they reminisce about the times you guys had together. I'm feeling like for some of you guys, this was the happiest they've ever been in their entire lives. And they look back on that and just kind of think about how much they're missing you and how much they're missing that connection you guys have, the energy you guys had together. Some of you guys, like, I feel like some of you guys might have really cut this person off, like on the astral realm as well. You might have made that intention of like, I am not like listening to pick cards about this person, which would explain why they would sneak through in like this reading, because it's not a romance reading. So surprise, sorry guys, I know it's so frustrating when that happens, but you know, these people are persistent on the astral realm and I just have to read the cards. But I feel like, yeah, this person is thinking about you a lot, and it's almost like they're saying that you really walked away. And I feel like it's like kind of like they didn't take it as seriously before, and now they're taking it seriously. They are really like, okay, I'm really not going to be connected with this person's energy, even on the astral realm. And now they realize it's real, like it just got real for them. So it's almost like they didn't realize how serious it was earlier, and now they're realizing how serious it is, and I feel like it's causing them a lot of pain. It's definitely not good for their mental health, and I feel like they're just going through it. So other cards we got: gratitude, peace, patience, blame, and empathy. So your person, I shouldn't laugh, but it's just funny. Like, I feel like your person, they really want your attention back, you know, and they're kind of asking for you to think of them, have empathy for them. I feel like they're kind of also almost apologizing a little or taking on the blame. I'm feeling like for some of you guys, that's something you really wanted for a really long time, and that this person is accepting the blame. Sorry for some of you guys who wanted a message from your spirit guides, or, you know, but this is, you know, a message you need to hear. So I guess it's from, next time I'll specify from your spirit guides. But I know some of y'all are like, I did not want to hear from this person. And I wasn't expecting to do a love reading, but anyway. So yeah, I feel like this person, it's like they're reminiscing a lot. Their mind is so on you. It's a very powerful energy, which is why they're able to barge into this reading. And they, you know, it's like they're very grateful for so many of the things they learned during their time with you. And they also are taking responsibility and kind of apologizing for some of the mistakes they made. I feel like that has been a long time coming. I'm getting the vibe that a lot of them were in denial for a long time about their actions. Like, they probably told themselves that they didn't do anything wrong, or that you overreacted, or like they were crazy, you know, or something like that. They blamed you for a long time, and they're finally coming into the space of admitting that it was a lot of their actions. So I feel like for those of you guys who have been wanting or needing that apology, that would be really healing for you to know that this person is finally taking ownership of their part, and they're no longer projecting it on you. Even if they never actually step forward with an apology in this, you know, realm, I feel like it will mean a lot for you to know that mentally they have accepted that responsibility, and they're kind of, yeah, there's like, they're at peace with that a little bit. Like, they know now without a shadow of a doubt that it wasn't your fault. And I feel like they've done some work to kind of unpack why they did the things they did, why they sabotaged things, or they didn't work harder. And now it's no longer just projecting it all on you. I also feel like it's almost like they feel like a wounded puppy or something. Like, they can't believe that you really left them on the astral realm, because I feel like for so long you guys were energetically connected to them still, and you would still allow them in your thoughts and think about them a lot, and you know, you didn't mind it. But you guys are moving, and some of you guys are already past this stage of where you're like, I'm just done, I want to move on, I want something new. And so they sense that, and there's almost this plea for empathy, or for you guys to connect back with them. And I feel like for some of you guys in this relationship, maybe you helped your person deal with like depression, or there was something where they were vulnerable and you would help them, and now they want that energy back, because I feel like you guys are givers. You gave a lot to them, and it's almost like they didn't appreciate as much as they should have in the moment, and they finally kind of realize that, but they also want that energy back. They also want you guys to come back to them. For a lot of you guys, it's been a long time since you heard from them. It's been a while, and I feel like it's like their intention was always to come back to you. I think for a lot of them, they were hoping you would come back to them, or you would send that first text, or you would reach out. But now they've kind of accepted that that's not going to happen, and that the onus is on them. And so that's why I'm curious, because I feel like for some of you guys, this person is going to reach out. For others, they're just going to continue thinking on you and never actually send that text, which I know can be so irritating when someone's constantly channeling you on the astral realm, but you never actually hear from them. It's like, oh my God, leave me alone and stay out of my pick of cards. But you know, we can't control human free will, and for some of them, they're just going to continue thinking on you, but never actually send the text. But for others, I feel like your person, they're kind of like at their wits' end, and they are going to step forward and actually move ahead with that text. You guys, some of you guys might have had that recent eclipse that we had in your second house, or your seventh house, or your eighth house, or your fifth house, like all the romance houses. And if you guys did, or you might have had an eclipse that the eclipse aspected your Venus. So you might have, I think it was in Sag, so you might have a Sagittarius Venus, or it might be aspecting your Venus in some way. you guys might have aspects, yeah, to Venus or to Mars. And some of you guys may also have a Venus Capricorn or a Mars Capricorn. Or you could look up this upcoming Venus, find out what house Capricorn is, and if that involves the 5th house, 7th house, 2nd or 8th houses. Sorry to go down a long list, but I just want to name all the placements because I feel like for some of you guys, you had that eclipse aspecting these romance houses, especially the 5th and the 7th house, or the upcoming retrograde or Capricorn. Those are the main things to look for because Venus is retrograding in Capricorn. So look out for those. Get your chart and do the transits because I do feel like a lot of you guys, I'm getting from Spirit that a lot of you guys, this eclipse or the upcoming retrograde is going to show you guys if, and my point of that is if you guys want to know if this person's going to reach out, it would really be a strong indicator if you do have the Venus retrograde happening directly, you know, over your Venus, or your person's Venus, if you know their Venus, or the eclipses that I mentioned. So I don't mean to like go all into it, but I know that's like just a list for some people, but you know, it's definitely something to look at because for some of you guys, this has been a long time coming. This is something you guys have really wanted for a long time and it never changed. And you might even think the energy is never going to change. And whenever you think that, an eclipse will come along and be like, oh, really? And whatever is stagnant, an eclipse just throws out. So, you know, it may be, the eclipse is kind of that energy of making the impossible possible. And so for those of you guys who are like, no, I know they're not going to contact me, look up their placements and your placements to see, because I really do think for some of you guys this is that kind of ultimate moment, which is really interesting and exciting that it's happening. So other cards we got the 9 of Cups, we got the Devil, we got the 10 of Swords, 2 of Wands, 6 of Wands, and the 10 of Cups. So we got the 6 of Wands twice. So your person, I feel like, definitely is looking at like your social media. They might be looking through old photos of you and reminiscing. They are very attracted to you. I'll say that. They are very attracted to you guys, and they find you very sexy. So I feel like they have been thinking of you under those terms for a really long time. You know, sexy terms. I can't really say anything on YouTube. That's too risque. I do have my Patreon up of like an 18+ fantasy reading. So if you guys want to know that, you could check over on there and tune into that and see what their fantasies are, but I can't go into it too much. But you guys, you know, can fill in the blanks. Like I definitely feel like they're thinking of you in a very sexy way. I also feel like this person may want like a family with you or something. It's almost like soulmate vibes. Like you guys, I think, had this really deep connection, and I don't think they felt it. Some of them might be involved in third-party situations, and I feel like for those of them who are, they're kind of imagining what it would have been like with you if you guys had actually been together, how you guys would have made a family happen, and you know what you would have done in situations. It's almost like the more entrenched they get with this third party, the more they think about the more they think about like, oh, I made such a mistake, or like they would have acted this way, they were so good with kids, or they blah blah blah. So I definitely feel like this person is thinking about you in that romantic sense, and definitely thinking about how you would make as a family together. I also pulled 5 of Swords and King of Wands. So like I said, this person has a lot of attraction for you. And I feel like a lot of you guys, this person may be very charming when they step forward. Like they might be good in bed. And I feel like they, if they approach you, they would want to come in and really do it right. Like I feel like this time they would be willing to put in the work. I feel like they would be willing to go the extra mile. I feel like if they approached you sloppily before and never really fully made their intentions known, and kind of, you know, sometimes nowadays with dating and stuff, it can be like that weird text messages, or like half-hearted effort, you know what I mean? Like, hey, let's Netflix and chill, rather than asking someone out on like a full date. Or if you're the masculine, maybe, you know, she shows up to a date and she's just kind of like, whatever, you know, I don't know, and not putting any effort in. Like, I feel like this person, when they come back, it's like they really intend to do it right. They really intend to make it right. And also, the vibe in this relationship could be different, you know, depending on who you are. You could be on either side of this dynamic. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Like, I feel like especially some of the masculines may be on the other side, but I definitely feel like either way, you're dealing with someone who is thinking a lot about you and definitely has you on their mind. And I definitely feel like for most of you guys, this person intends to approach you and do it in a way that's very strong and kind of forceful. Like, I feel like they would want to ask you out and really do it right. I feel like for some of them, they're thinking on that. They're thinking on like, how do I send this text? What do I say? Okay, I could mention this. I could, like, it's almost like I feel like some of them are coming up with an excuse to contact you, but it has to be like a good one, because how do they reach out to you out of the blue after like however long? So it's almost like, okay, I could mention this. I could ask them about that. I could say this. And they're kind of trying to scheme up ideas, you know? They're trying to think about what, like, I mean, like, look with chess. Some of them may have played chess or been interested in chess, but you know, with chess, you have to consider each move. And I feel like your person, they're thinking on this text and wanting to reach out to you as if it's like a chess game. Like, they're trying to be very strategic about like, okay, I'll put my, you know, I'll put this thing here. I don't know like any of the names. My knight here, and then I'll cross it over there. Like, you know, they're very much strategizing on how to approach you. They're very much dreaming of you, wishing about you, hoping about you. Yeah, they would definitely like to be reunited. And for some of you guys, like I said, this cycle has been going on a long time, and we have the Ten of Swords confirming that this is kind of coming to an end. It's coming to a completion point. It's been painful, but it may be at the end. So look up that astrology, you guys, because seriously, you want to know about that eclipse and also about the Venus retrograde. So I wish I could do all of y'all's charts for you, but you know. So anyway, we also got Whale Breach, Lightning Power, Fairies, Earth Magic, and Volcano Volatility. So there's so much power in this, and really that's what I mean when I mention the eclipse. And I don't mean to like harp on it, but it's just like there's a lot of very powerful astrology happening, and honestly a lot of it's volatile. With eclipses are volatile by nature, so I feel like for so many of you this could go either way, but the intention is there, the feelings are there, they want to reach out. They want to, like, you know, I love that card, Whale Breach, because, you know, it's all about the whale taking the full force of their huge, massive body and using it to flip themselves out of the water. And like, when you think about it, like, think about if you've ever picked up a wet towel, how like heavy it is, and then a whale is like covered in water, and how much weight it must be just with like all the water breaking out of the water and doing a flip. But like when you see a whale, it forces itself up out of the water and it'll flip up like 20 feet or something, which is just crazy because whales weigh like several tons. So I feel like, you know, Breach, to me, that card is all about like coming out and changing something in your life with a massive force, and, you know, breaking a pattern or a cycle that's been so ingrained and it's so hard to get out of, but like that's the moment. So I feel like for you guys, this is something that may have been, I keep saying it, a long time coming. It may have been very stuck, entrenched, stagnant energy. And that's really why I keep saying look at the eclipse, because that's what eclipses do. They break up stagnant energy that needs to be fixed and has been going on too long, because the universe never wants us to get too comfortable. So I feel like for you guys, some of you guys are just saying like they're not going to reach out, it's been forever, and I would urge you to look at those astrological placements. I feel like for all you guys, like your guides, your angels, your team on the other side is very much watching over this connection, and even if you're done, they might not be ready for you to be done. For some of you guys, you may be done, and it may may be done and dusted and something that, you know, you're just going to leave in the past. But I feel like you should know that this person's intention is there. They're thinking on you a lot, and you certainly have a connection on the astral plane, and they come through really strong. I feel like your guides must be letting them through on some level, because they're coming through super strong in this reading. For some of you guys, if this person was volatile and really unpleasant, because I know they were apologizing earlier in the reading, then obviously I think it's great to make that boundary of like, nope, you're not coming back in my life. That's it. It's over. But I definitely think that if it's, you know, for those of you guys who this was just like a breakup, like standard run-of-the-mill breakup, then, you know, it may be something that your guides are allowing in or something. So we also got animals, spirit guide, courage, trust, and good luck. So it's like, I feel like your person is trying to work up the courage to step towards you. I feel like a lot of your guides, your angels, they are hoping that, I feel like for some of you guys, you need closure in this situation. At the very least, you need like a conversation. You need to talk to this person. And that may be why this is being brought back into your life. For others of you, you guys may have broken a major cycle in the past recently that is going to allow this person to come back in. It may be something where you were stuck in some kind of another cycle, another relationship, or something that was holding you back, that this energy couldn't come in because you were stuck with something else. And so it just wasn't possible for this person to come in. And your guides were holding off on the timing, because I definitely feel like timing was an issue. I definitely feel like this person has had the intention to come towards you for a really, really long time. But for some reason, it hasn't happened. And so I feel like part of that was, you know, doing that on purpose, making you guys not be in union for a reason. So, you know, I feel like for you guys, this has been something that may have been a long time coming, but the timing is, something about the timing is aligning for you guys. So maybe you have gone through a recent big change or something, but it may have been something that is finally going to allow some openness in your life for it. But again, for some of you guys, this is just this person constantly thinking about you. So other cards we got: King of Michael, principled, rational, ambitious, respected. Wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity. A situation that calls for open and honest communication. The Moon, the opportunity to improve your plans. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. Face your fears and grow stronger. And the Lovers, Archangel Raphael, make choices from your heart, deeply emotional commitments, the power of love. So I don't need to just tell y'all what the Lovers is. You guys know what that card is. Even if you don't know any tarot, you know, you can figure it out. But like, yeah, so that really indicates this is a deep spiritual union. We got the Two of Cups and the Lovers. So it's like, those are the two most important love cards in the whole tarot. And you guys got other cards that are also definitely related to love. So I feel like, yeah, there's communication that your person wants to make happen. Communication would be a major aspect of this, like actually stepping forward, because, you know, it's one thing to have thoughts about a person, but it's another thing to actually make that communication happen. I feel like you guys with the Moon, you know, you guys definitely have this spiritual connection. The Moon is one of the major psychic planets. That's why a lot of people do stuff under the light of the moon and everything. And like I was saying, you guys might have had that eclipse, because we just had that, and that was, you know, an eclipse of the moon. So for you guys, I definitely feel like this connection is kind of divinely guided or spiritual. You guys definitely connect on the astral plane. Some of you guys might have tried to cast this person out of your life, and it's like, it obviously isn't working. It obviously did not work. But I definitely feel like your person, it's almost like when they come in, they want to create security for you. They want to have it be, like I said, everything right. They don't want to come in and have it be like halfway. Like, I feel like in the past they would approach you and they just didn't do things correctly, and we just got diligence just flew out. So it's like, when they come in this time, they want to make it so you don't have a doubt in your mind. I feel like whereas before they may have been afraid to actually say their feelings and everything, now it's like they know what they have to do and they're willing to step up. So if there was something you wanted them to change as far as their behavior last time, I feel like now it's going to be different. I feel like now they're going to step towards you while they're acting right. You know, they're going to be acting correct. They're not going to be acting crazy. Another thing is, like I said, this may have been going on, this energy I feel has been stagnant for a really long time. I keep saying that, but we got standstill reverse. So it's like, for those of you guys that I feel like you don't even believe it, you're like, it can't, but your person's thinking on you so much. Your person really does want to be reunited with you, I feel. And I definitely think that the intention is there. If they follow through, I don't know, but I definitely feel something is shifting in this union for all of you guys. Maybe your person might be in a third party situation, but they're willing to step away now. Maybe they just, I don't know, maybe it's just mental thoughts happening in their mind, but there's something shifting in this union that's one of the reasons why I think your guides would allow it to be brought through during this. What do you need to know? I definitely think your person's thinking a lot about you. So if this is something you guys are open to, it may be really good news. If it's something you're closed off to, then you might not want to hear it. But if it's just pride, like obviously if this is a toxic relationship, I would never advocate for anyone to get back in touch with anyone who's toxic, period. But if this is a situation where, it's kind of like you cut them off, but it was because you were hurt or something, but it's not like toxic, I feel like maybe it is time to be open. Maybe if they do step forward, then maybe open your heart a little bit to it. I'm not telling you guys what to do, and I think you guys should listen to your intuition. You are on the right path, but all I can do is communicate what spirit is telling me, which is that, like, I feel like your person may be coming back with like apologies. I feel like you guys are having a new situation happening in your life. There's so much change happening for you guys, I feel, on multiple levels. For others, maybe this could be a brand new lover, but we got so many cards about apologies that I definitely think for most of you guys, this is an ex. This is someone that wants to like step forward and apologize and reunite with you. And I feel like they're finally getting that they did it wrong and that it was their fault. I'm not saying you had no part in it, but I feel like for a lot of you guys, this person, the way they're describing it is like they basically are taking full responsibility. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, they did do something that was messed up. And I think that their intention now is to like improve. So Spirit, you want me to say anything else for pile 4? Is there anything else? Well, I just heard I love you so much. So I feel like that's the message from your person, is they want you to know the depth of their feelings for you. And I feel like, yeah, they really they love you. They really, really, really care about you. And I think they really yearn for you. They want to be reunited. They want to be back in union. They want to be back in your presence. I just heard the line from a Killer's song. I don't know what song it is. But he says like something like in the reverence of your bed. So it's like, I feel like that's how your person feels about you. They like revere you. They find your energy to be so pure, so special, so beautiful, so spiritual to them. It's such a spiritual energy you guys have together. And so I feel like it's finally clicking. It's finally dawning on them. Maybe they ran for a long time from their emotions or from this connection because they were afraid from the depth of it, and they're finally realizing that they're never going to feel this way about anyone else, and that they need to accept their emotions and stop running away. And yeah, so I think, yeah, they really care about you. I just keep getting stuff like that, but I don't think there's anything new I have to say. But you guys, I definitely want to hear what happens with this reading or what's been going on with this. So leave it in the comments, your story. I'm really curious about this pile 4. Also make sure to like if it resonated. And if you want to check out my Patreon, I do have that 18 plus, what are their fantasies reading, as well as my last reading is what was your past love life in a past life like. And I'm going to do another fantasy reading really soon. So if you guys want to see that, subscribe to my Patreon. But yeah, so sending you guys so much love and light, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Make sure also to subscribe, turn on notifications. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.